Good evening, good morning, good afternoon, wherever you are in the world. Hope you're good. Hope you're well. Dear. It's another late night Lilywhite that we all get to share together and have some more fun. I've had 2 coffees. I've had my post stream nap, and we're good to go. But here we go again with another episode that I really thought with the beginning bit, with Eze on his way to Spurs, would have been more. But only Spurs can we have a transfer situation where the player has literally waved goodbye to the fans and made this deal feel like you're trying to do an IKEA flat pack without the instruction manual. Only us. But there is Spence Romero. There is things happening. I think Eze's still going to get done, but it just wouldn't be dry. It wouldn't be Spurs if it weren't drama. So let's have a good show. We know the drill. We're just going to chill, chat, go through the comments, have some fun, do what we do, and see where the evening takes us. First of all, big up to Callum, always coming, you Spurs. You're damn right he is. Mate, let's just hope. Let's just hope. Do you know what? The one thing I will say, people, is if someone had said to you the day after we played Brighton or straight after the Brighton game that we will sign Eze in August, but we just don't know when. It could be deadline day, whatever. I think we'd all take it. But all this drama, all this... I note to self in January, I'm going to be very quiet on Twitter because I just can't take this. I'm just going to dip in, put my stuff out there and not look at anything. Literally open up my Twitter, put Twitter on, put a tweet out, leave it. It's the only way to do it because, my God, I can't wait for deadline day. Hotspur, state of mind, good evening to you, channel member. Scott M, channel member. Do you know what, Scott? I can say it now because it happened. If it does happen, it's 1-1. It'll be 1-1 between you and me in the scores because when MGW was happening, obviously people know how excited and how happy I was. And Scott was like, yeah, I don't think... He was looking at him at the 10. And then he just got round. He goes, you know what, Brian, after speaking to you and looking at things, I think you're right. I think he's going to be the perfect number 8. The next day, deal off. So if I've done it, do you know what? If you're going to blame me for this, it's 1-1. And we've still got 2 weeks in the window to jinx something, Scott. Destiny, big up, brother. I hope you're good, matey. We've got Ali, Musa Ali. Hope you are good. Dave and Pam, I hope you're good. Swifty is up late. I'm currently in Toronto, but Scott, you might be joking about me being a visitor because, like you know, my wisdom teeth, I might be back home in September or very likely mid-September. Jack was literally just speaking to you before we went live. Hope you're good. Johnny, big up to you, brother. Alpesh, big up to you. Look, I said we're going to do at least 1 or 2 late night Lilywhites a week. Ilana's gone to bed. She's going away for 3 days until Saturday, and I actually thought it would be Wednesday, Thursday, or Thursday, whatever it would be. And then the Eze news dropped this morning, and then I announced, yep, we're doing one. We're going to have a celebratory, and here we are, ladies and gentlemen, still waiting. Jerry, big up to you, buddy. Oh, mate, do you know what? I honestly think it's going to happen, but this window, and this window specifically, I have never seen anything like it with all these people popping up claiming to be in the know. Obviously, we've had it for years. We've got the reputable ones, whether you think they're reputable or not, but the established would be the better name. But this season has been like absolutely, and it's so many different conflicting pieces of information. And it's like, well, wait a minute. Surely if this one's saying this and this one's saying that, they can't be that far apart. It's like different ends of the spectrum. Curly, big up to you, sir. We keep saying we need to arrange a phone call, or I do, and I keep forgetting to arrange it with you. Like I said, wifey's away for the next few days, so I've got a lot of free time. We'll arrange something. Do you know what? Let's. I'm going to star it so we can find. I've worked it out now to get the. If I at the beginning of the window, people, at the beginning of the window, people, if someone has said, like I said, Eze will be there, but it'll be obviously not knowing what we know now. Would you take City? Would you take Eze coming if it was after City? I think a majority of us will go, yeah. Do you know what? If he's coming, I'll take it, whatever it is. It would be great to have him for City. It would be great to have him for City. But let's wait and see what happens. What I will say, from what I am gathering, and obviously I don't know, I haven't spoken to anyone officially that really is in with the deal. As much as I would like to say it's on, apparently Parish is the one that's doing this. And let's face it, Parish versus Levy in negotiations is probably the chairman you do not want him messing with, because we've seen what he's done before. So that's, I mean, there came rumours out, weren't there, that Paratici's been loaned out to them, of all things, to try and get this deal done and facilitate it. Who knows? Maybe they want him to play Thursday, because now, tomorrow, or being Wednesday, back home now, even if Palace sign a replacement, they're not eligible for this leg. So who knows? But remember, guys, there's 76 of you here already. We talk about anything here. So if anyone has any questions, and the reason I said that is I've seen when I was scrolling down a question that is very unfootball related. So nothing's off limit. Nothing is off limit. Let's have a look. What's Destiny had to say? Anyone know anything about Leal's situation? That's gone completely dead, brother. Why don't we go in for him? About to enter his prime. Probably the same. Do you know what? Listen, who knows? I remember back in the day, and I'm sure a lot of you will remember back in the day, that Spurs always used to have a pull a rabbit out the hat, or be involved in something like a Rafa van der Vaart. Maybe not the height of where Rafa was, but literally always used to try and get a last minute deal. Maybe there is one. Maybe there is one, but who knows? We just need to get Eze out the way. We just need to get that out the way. We either need to be jubilant, or we need to be. We need 1 second. My nephew is calling me. Give me 1 second. Isaac, darling, I can't talk. I'm live on YouTube right now.
Oh, okay.
Okay, you can send some messages. I'm live on my channel now.
Okay. Yeah.
All right, darling. Oh, he hung up on me without saying goodbye. So yeah, let's see if you see anyone, Isaac Young or Noah Young, come in the comments. That is my nephew, my 13-year-old nephews. So please give them a hi if you see them come in the chat. But yeah, who knows? We could get a last minute. Who knows? So let's just get Eze out of the way. Michael Hellman with the super chat, and thank you very much for your continued support. Everyone, thank you for your support. Grateful for this forum to stay sane. I'm worried Savino's agent saw the MGW scar. Do you know? Right. Eze, we're going to stay here. And let me just start Destiny's channel so I know where we are. Where was Destiny's? That it was one. Okay, so let's get rid of that one and do that. What number? Do you? I mean, I think it will be actually. Let's not do that because everyone's going to say 7. But do you know what, Michael? The first part. First of all, thank you for saying to stay sane. I keep saying this, and I will continue to say this about this channel. There's 86 of you in here now. One of the greatest things about the shows we do in the morning, but most importantly, this show, where it's just me talking and obviously going through your comments. I am so proud that we have a chat that really is community and considerate and courteous to everyone. Yes, you can have disagreements or whatever, but it is so nice. Like we saw comments recently in these shows where they're like, "Do you know what? It's nice to have a difference of opinion and not be shouted at, trolled at, screamed at, moaned at, belittled." So I want to thank all of you in the chat for for being that and making this chat so friendly and interactive and everything that you do. But the second part, people, let's see what people's views are on this. Someone said this to me, and the penny hadn't dropped. And then I started thinking, and if you look at this, I think Man City will sell to us. I think it will sell. I think a lot of this is Guardiola has said if a player wants to go, but he likes him. But remember, when it comes to Manchester City, there could be a lot of payback here because a certain chairman of ours obviously didn't pick up the phone whenever they tried to call for Harry Kane, when Guardiola said, just didn't even answer the phone. How can you negotiate or try and get the price that Levy, if you won't even answer the phone, which was great for us, in all honesty. Let's face it. Daniel Levy not picking up the phone for Harry Kane at that time. Well done. Well done. But then Daniel Levy is also one of the main people that are trying to get him to try and get the 115 charges put through when I had about the investment coming in and overinflated the prices. Who was one of the most central and focal people about trying to get City in trouble? Payback's a bitch. Karma's a bitch. I think City will still deal with us because we all believe that they want to go and get Rodrigo. And Man City will sell if it's for the greater good. But there's consequences to their action. Yeah, we did sell Walker to them. We did sell Walker to them for 50 million, but that was before the Harry Kane nonsense. Recent history. Yes, we've sold to them in the past. We've bought from them in the past. But actions have reactions. And I don't know. Obviously, I'm not saying that is a factor, but if people want to make things difficult, let's face it, Man City aren't in any financial difficulty, are they? It's not like they need the money. But we shall see. I personally think Savinho will pick up after we've played him. Whether we get the deal done or go for someone different, like a Leao, like Destiny said, is a different question. But we will see. Steady as shark. How are you? My God, honestly, I've never known Spurs drama. Yes, obviously we've seen this with transfer windows, even the one where we didn't get anyone. But the absolute conflicting stories, Sky Sports, Romano tweeting the same tweet about the same, and he does this with all clubs, not just Tottenham. And fair play to him. Everyone clicks and likes and retweets and whatever. But the ITKs, established, newly formed, are just literally. Okay, why the hell did my YouTube just start playing for no reason there? Yeah, it's just mad. Big up, Jordan. I hope you are good, buddy. Only Spurs stuck on 1-2, not even 3+2. Yeah, listen, do you know what also doesn't help? What I think also doesn't help, I don't mean Spurs in the club, but what doesn't help the fan base is after Morgan Gibbs-White, we have seen that club, Notts Forest, get 2 deals done at a time. They've just got another one. I think it was today or was it yesterday? They confirmed. There are clubs that are moving quickly. And obviously we are very, very slow on the uptake. But there are clubs moving fast. And I don't, you can say, why are we moving slowly? You can think the obvious, but other clubs do move a lot quicker than us. And we still got to get players out. Big up, NM. Good to see we've reached Ireland and we've got someone tuned in. I hope you're good and well. Loving the avatar. Good old Viking there. My wife at the moment, she's got, when we go on, and she puts Waze on her car, she's got Gerard Butler as a Viking. And it's driving me around the twist. But that's a different story. But big up to you in Ireland. Yeah, like I was just saying, I don't know if you just tuned in, and from what a lot of people are saying and from what I've kind of been told or heard more often than not, is it is more Parish than it is Levy this time. But we'll never know until it gets done or it falls apart. And if it falls apart, my good God, it's going to be absolutely Armageddon on social media if it falls apart. Would have been, yeah, if it will be happening. Oh, mate. Yeah, exactly. I mean, do you know what? This is where we are. When we had Paratici, it was like, oh my God, we can't take it. All the spinning plates, how many names, we can't keep up. Then it went quiet. It was like, oh my God, why aren't we going for anyone? And now we got the drama. We don't know what we are a very demanding and complicated breed, us Spurs fans. We really well and truly are, aren't we? Good evening, chat and Daigle. Big up malware, buddy. Need the here we go for Eze. I really need it badly. Give me some of that. Yeah, mate. Do you know what? I think when did the talks really start advancing? Last week. I've got loads of rage bait images created for the filth, but I thought, Joe, I'm gonna have some fun with GIFs, and I've created through GIFs a wicked. Once we get the here we go, to tweet it, and when I heard it today, I was like, oh my God, I might be able to tweet it today. It's stuck in my drafts, waiting for those magic words, and hopefully they will come very, very soon. Jack, big up to you, Jack. Big up, Ryan. God almighty, what does this cup do? Do you know what? Being a Spurs fan, I think when we become Spurs fans, or please God, if I'm lucky enough to have a child, or my nephew's already supporting Spurs big time, but I think from here on in, should you bring or have children and they get to that age and saying, what team should I support? Not only should it be, I support Spurs, or tell them the story, I think you need to raid out the T's and C's and tell your son, your daughter, your nephew, your niece, or your cousin, whatever it may be. I think we need to have T's and C's. Maybe we'll have to all draft it up together one show. Jabba Rocket, big up to you, buddy. Where are you in Canada? If ever you're in Toronto, or you are in Toronto, come join us at the Scotland Yard, the best pub outside of Tottenham for Tottenham. Mate, you say, oh, you're up late to see me. Swifty, I'm honoured. I'm honoured. Yeah, Scott, do you know what? It's when you came in and you said, you know what, Brian, I think you're right. The number 8, he's going to be the one. And then it kind of went south. So if this falls south, me and Scott are 1-1. And whatever transfer we are lined up next, me and Scott will not speak. We will not speak. Okay, Jack, just need this transfer window. Listen, mate, we are getting closer. But you know the worst thing about it? I think this is going to get a million times worse for the next, 11 days? 12, 11 days? I am good. It finishes at 7 o'clock, doesn't it? We will do, for sure, a late night Lilywhite once the window closes, and we'll have a big assessment, and we'll all breathe together and go, it's over. Woosa. Right, malware. I have to say, Scott M might not like it, and Jabwocky might not like it. There's 2 types of bacon we have here: pea meal, or the streaky bacon. I eat it because it's bacon, but it is nothing compared to the back bacon we get home. I eat so much bacon when we get home. But you can, mate, the sausages here, some of them are good, but I've just been brought up. There is a difference in them. So UK sausage, the only thing I prefer food-wise back home compared to here is full English breakfasts and curries. That's it. Chinese is, Scott M will be going mad now because we're talking about food. But all the other food here, the quality of the food, the portions of the food, the price of the food is so much better over here. So that's the question I was saying. Any question, there's no limits. There's no limits. I'm an open book. Big up, Psycho, teacher Marcus, all the way in Brazil. Big up, Ghetto. How are you? I hope you're good. Let's have a look. Mr. Joshua, believe it. Yeah. Do you know what? That's the perfect tagline for any Spurs transfer. Forget the big up Brian bit, but big up to you, Mr. Joshua. Believing in, this is the biggest template, isn't it? Believing in insert player here, but thinking it's difficult. That is the obvious. Aaron, buddy, I saw your Facebook message. I will get back to you. By the way, are you still on the same WhatsApp number? I hope everything is good with you from when we were speaking in England when I was back whatever time it may have been. We need to meet up, and I could be back for about a month, mid-September to mid-October. So we shall make things happen. Mason, big up to you. I hope you're good and well. Jaxie, we need you. Do you know what? I'm meeting someone for lunch at 12:30 downtown. I'm actually going to Scotland Yard tomorrow. But I was speaking to Ben today, and they said, Brian, do you know what? Tomorrow we might call on you to do exactly this, to push it through. So I could be on We Are Tottenham TV tomorrow. And when I am back home, in between waiting for the surgery, I could be on We Are Tottenham TV a lot, because Ben's going to need to take time off because his second baby is on the way in September. So he will be taking some time off. And if it's not, if it's while I'm waiting for the surgery, it will be me and Simeon in the building every single day. So you could see a lot of me. Big up, Dan. I haven't seen you for a while, buddy. I hope you're good and well, my dear friend. Yeah, if you're talking about Eze, I honestly think it will. I will say as well, when we look at this right now, after the Morgan Gibbs White fiasco, whoever was at fault or whatever conspired, whatever, then with the Savinho links, if that doesn't, if we fail with MGW, Eze, Savinho, three massive targets that have gone very, very public, well known. And obviously, Levy has been involved, as we know, the last few days or the last 2 days with the negotiations. If this falls through, there is going to be anarchy. There is going to be anarchy, and it won't be a good look on him. But this is the way we look at it. It won't be a good look on him. But I actually think reason we're going for all this is the investment coming in. I really do. So I think he will. I think it will get done. It's just a case of when. If that was Brandon when I was talking about the community and how great the chat is, yeah, we always make sure that this chat is very, very civilized, respectful, and engaging, and you guys make it that way as well. When you have Ben Kaufman on your stream, who runs things like an iron fist as a moderator, he takes, like the Godfather, he's the mod father, but it's all good, and it's all because of you guys. I've read from Paul O'Keefe that so his agents, from both the agents of both Eze and whatever, it's base, and everyone knows that Base's relationship with Spurs is incredibly strong. I think Paul O'Keefe actually said, wait a minute, let me see. I'm sure Paul O'Keefe said absolutely. Let me have a look. I'm sure. I've just got my Twitter on, so you can see me. I was about to sound like something very, very. I can see you, you can see me, but it's the other way around. I can't see you. Paul O'Keefe, absolutely not. Let's have a look. I'm not going to go through all those. I'm sure I saw it. I don't think it is the agents. I think it's Parish moving from the other thing that I saw before I came on. I can't remember if it was from Paul O'Keefe or whoever it was, saying it's now down to the bonus related things, like should the add-on kind of things. So should we win the FA Cup? Should we? But you just never know. But I can't remember. Bonabana, more big up to you. Good morning to you, my dear friend. God bless. Fair play to you. Buddy. Alpesh, yes, but Palace are holding it up because exactly. But the thing, they won't. That's not happening in January. It's going to happen this summer, or not, or next summer. I could never see it happen in January. There you go. Yeah, Poseidon. That's exactly So Poseidon may have said that. O'Keefe was saying absolutely not earlier today. I can't, in all honesty, with this one, I can't see. Obviously, we know how much a pain agents could be, but with Eze being base and Spurs being base, or heavily base influence, shall we say, I can't see this being an issue. But We don't know. Spurs updated, no total agreement tonight. Yeah. Look, I think, I personally think we get the here we go before Thursday night when Palace play. I personally think, but we've got to have him. If he's to play against City, he has got to be registered by, I think it's midday or 12:30 Friday. I just want it done before Man City. I don't care if it's after 12:30 and he has to make his debut at home to Bournemouth. Just let's have him done. Oh, Jesus Christ, buddy. I've seen Newcastle have come back out and said it. This is, Joe, we said about, obviously, again, I don't want to always talk Morgan Gibbs-White about why is he not forcing it through? Why is he not making more of an issue? Well, it just goes to show how much it can deteriorate. Would we have loved Morgan to do more? Yeah, of course we would have. But it can, and Joe, I feel sorry for I have a very big soft spot for Newcastle. A, I love the city, and B, because of Gaza. Or A, because of Gaza, B, I love the city, whichever way you want to look at it. He's not doing himself any favours. And you got to look at the knock-on effect. I think, was it Shearer talking about it? And obviously he's like a god in Newcastle. You're saying, like, how, when you go to another club, that's always going to be the issue. Will he? It's a messy situation. Troy, big up in Australia. It is, isn't it? That is Troy. It is pay-per-view, isn't it? It's. I would like to say the Rumble in the Jungle, but the Rumble in the concrete jungle. That is London. That's what it is. Yeah, Mike. Do you know what? There's advantages to having no hair and shaving it. It really is. Do you know what? I always say, if people remember back in England when David Beckham scored that free kick against Greece to get us to the World Cup, I wish, like when they go at Hyde Park and you hear I wish that every English person around the world were together for that goal, and imagine the noise that would have generated, every English person watching that game in the same place by some kind of stroke of luck or miraculous way. I think once we see the Eze holding a shirt and it says, "We are delighted to announce," there will be the biggest sigh of relief by Spurs fans ever. This will be just like, oh, thank God. Musa Ali, would you take Kudus and Savio? Wait, would you take Kudus and Savio? Oh, that's a good question. Do you know what? We're going to star it. We're going to get the first engagement question. We're going to get I'm lucky I had my 2 coffees. We've got loads of questions. So, people, in answer to Musa Ali's question, would you go Kudus and Savio? Or, do you know what? I am going to have to say, after seeing Kudus at the weekend, and obviously we've got him, I am going Kudus and Savio. Just because Kudus is here and we saw what he did. I would go Kudus and Savio. I would go Kudus and Savio. I've just seen Kamal has just mentioned that Kudus is in here. Eugene, my brother, is in here. Listen, we've already got 133 people in here. We've been going for 28 minutes only. The growth of the channel, and most importantly, the growth of this show, has been absolutely brilliant. Thank you, guys. And like I said, if you can, I don't want to keep saying it, but I'll just drop it in occasion. If you can, like the stream and subscribe if you haven't already, it would be awesome. Every show is getting over 150 likes from this show, which is just incredible. And thank you. And thank you for all that. But yeah, we've got so we'll go back to the comments again. We've got a lot of comments, and it's lucky I had 2 coffees. Savio was the absolute winner. Oh, I've just seen it. We've got a super sticker from Daniel. Thank you very much indeed for the super sticker, buddy. It's much appreciated. And there's, do you know what? Star in the comments. I'm so clever at times. Malware, what are you saying? SA deals agreed by both clubs. Levy on the phone as we speak. Talking to Leicester. Give them a kill and oh, mate, do you know what? Malware, I don't know if he's changed his email address. But if you email Daniel Levy at tottenhamhotspur.com, that is brilliant. That is genius. That is, if only it was that simple. I would email himself but I'm currently blocked from sending him emails from back in the day of the Super League. So at the training ground protest. So yeah, that would be a wonderful way to do it, wouldn't it? You could even give look, I know they're looking for a creative one. You could even, I mean, I don't know if Basuma would go there. There are players you can use. Solomon could go there, but I like your train of thinking. Michael, that is saga is a win-win for Spurs fans. Liverpool disappointed. That is Malware completely agrees with you. Of course, Spurs, that's Spurs number one, without a doubt. And obviously they have got Europe. Let's face it, I think it is their first time in Europe. They're going to want to qualify. They've been relegated for the most important thing about this is, thank God, if it does drag on past Thursday, if he does play, does not cup tie him for the Champions League, which is the most important thing. Is they in? Yes. But when a player's going out, Spurs, Patriots, good evening to you, buddy. That's the big question, isn't it? That's the big question. And it's a case of who, where, how much. I think we might have a fire sale on deadline day or just approaching it. But we definitely need to get players out, don't we? There's no doubt about it. Oh, God, Brandon. Well, kudos. You mean full-time, because Paulinho's on loan, isn't he, obviously? Then, oh, no, you've got to add to Kai, but if you're thinking first team, you're right. But then you've got Danso and Tell, which I'm like you and a lot of people, we're not really counting it this window because they were kind of tied up ready. You appreciate the free therapy. Do you know what? I will say, doing this with you guys is also therapy to me. And I must admit, sometimes I've done streams where I actually get nervous before doing streams just myself. Not so much anymore, but I really, really used to be nervous about doing it by myself. And now it's like, oh, wicked, let's come and chat to you. Let's chill. Let's have a laugh. Especially when I did the first one of these and we went for 3 hours when I thought it was only going to be one. So thank you for also being my therapy. Crystal, yeah, this is the thing. Alpesh, Brian, we should an award ceremony on transfers and have various categories. You could imagine or put forward participants. Oh, what would you? So wait a minute. If you could image or put forward the participants and winners, well, we'll do Joe Alpesh. Come back to us on deadline day, and we'll do something. When we do it deadline, oh dear, Scott. Well, my dad obviously got me into Spurs, but my dad, he loves Tottenham. Don't get me wrong, but he loves cricket. He's obsessed with cricket, and the reason he's obsessed with cricket is where he lives, or where he was brought up as a kid, is Essex. And with his late father, that I never ever got to meet ever, every summer holiday, where Essex played cricket was just literally a 5-minute walk for them. So every summer they used to spend so much time. He's obsessed with cricket. Only Isaac and Noah, when my grandpa died, they're about 2 or 3, so it's only me. And if it's me giving people advice, the youngsters of the future of Tottenham, trouble, Scott, trouble. They know to say Levy out though. They know whenever he comes on the screen, they scream Levy out, and they've sent me videos doing so. So I've imparted knowledge and wisdom to them. When you're next over, Brian, I'm going to come say hello. Yeah, but buddy, I'm just trying to organise this, but I think it's going to be mid-September to mid-October. I just got confirmed with the dentist back home when I can get everything sorted, so I can fly in and get it done quickly, and then get back, Scott, you know what I'm saying, to my proper home now, the country I love, back to Canada, and Toronto. So yeah, it should be mid-September, buddy, but we'll talk privately. The best thing, exactly, mate. Do you know what? Going off topic a bit, and people know I'm an open book with all my issues I've had with mental health, addiction, and I've never hid away from it. I've never hid it from anyone. People that have known me or just met me will know the reason I do that is because I want to be able to help people, or people to see that if you really put in hard work, you could achieve getting an incredible life away from your demons or from mental health. And I would always pay it forward. People saved my life, counselors, friends, family. So I have learned this is exactly it. My grandfather, who we were just speaking about, he always used to say to me, like when you saw a road sweeper, he goes, always be kind to these people, because if they didn't do their job, the roads would be discussed. And no person, he kept every single person the same. And he always said to me, whenever you walk into a shop, whether it be a newsagent, a convenience store, which is the equivalent here, a clothes shop, a bank, whatever, even the bus driver, always say hello, thank and goodbye and please and thank you. That's simple. And I live by it. Yes. Is that German? Geminini. Gem in Inni. Okay, that I thought I was getting very early at my not being able to speak properly phase. Yeah, they want El Canoes, apparently. Harvey Elliott. There's a guy they went for in Belgium. But from again, I think Parish is trying to lowball. Was it the one in Belgium or was it El Canoes? Who knows? Seems odd. There's no. Yeah, well, look, everyone went mad when this is what we've become. Do you remember again when Morgan gives like, his wife's followed removal companies or what? Then we got he's removed Crystal Palace from his bio in his Instagram and his socials, just like Wissa has done with Brentford. Like, okay, this is happening. It really is like an episode of EastEnders. I'm going to need more therapy if Eze doesn't happen. He's been my favourite player in the Premier League. Do you know what? We're going to do this right now. Obviously, we all know Eze is numero uno. We're going to have a little bit of fun. Right now, being realistic. Who is your favourite player in the Premiership that Spurs could get? Don't worry about what position and if we need him. If you could sign a midfielder, a player right now from the Premier League, that you could get, who would you say would make your team? Who would Mash? I've just seen. Do you know what, Mashing and Joe? I've missed you the last couple of streams. I sent you a private message on Twitter. I think it's you no one else was called Mashing and Joe. I hope you're good and well, buddy. It's good to see you back in here. But if you could sign a player right now, who would it be? Musa Ali, good night to you, brother. Thanks for joining. Have a good night. You're predicting here we go, 2:30 tomorrow. That's when we'll be live. So that'd be wonderful. So Isaac, hands down. Gordon at Newcastle. My God, Anthony Gordon. Realistic Wharton. Unrealistic Foden. Yeah, Jackson. That would be Belieber from Curly. Who else? We got Mateta from Daniel. Big up Daniel. Just seen you there. Michael is going to Semenyo. Semenyo's not a bad shout, but he signed a contract, doesn't he? Jetto, don't say that name, Conor Gallagher. I've seen his name linked a couple of times, but thankfully it hasn't been the frenzy. Mitoma. That's a good shout, Alpesh. That's a good shout. Well, obviously mine would be MGW, but I'm going to chuck him off the list. A lot of you have gone Newcastle with. I love, and I don't know how really. I think he absolutely loves Newcastle anyway. I love Bruno Guimaraes. I absolutely love Bruno Guimaraes. Traore from Eugene. Not Saka. Everyone but Saka from Michael Hellman. Gyökeres. And here I will pursue Kangin Lee. Yep. Joe, Ben Daniel, We Are Tottenham TV, has been saying that for ages. Liao, Pope. My God, Tony, you've gone Pope. As in, yeah, there's a lot of people talking about Vicario. We'll deal with Vicario. But I there you go. Control Boss Delete would have gone. I think Bruno Guimaraes is an absolutely superb midfielder, but he absolutely adores Newcastle, adores it. And fair play to you. I think he was another player we were linked with, weren't we? Ages ago. I mean, who aren't we linked with? What is James Flower doing up at this time of the morning? Big up to you, brother. I see you're back. I saw you in your van today. You're back from your holiday in Egypt. So where are we? I'm going back to the star comments. Oh, there it is. Oh, no, is it? Yep, that's where we were. So I don't think anyone should take the number 7. I feel the same way. I kind of do feel the same way. But then number 7 will be like a marquee signing. And if we get, when people, we get a Breche Eze, that is a marquee sign. If we had gone and signed, I don't know, let's say we've gone and signed Paz from Como. He shouldn't get the 7. That is too big a number. But I think if it's Eze, I get it. But I do feel the same way as you, Destiny. I do. But if Eze got it, I would completely, totally get it. Good. Do you know what? I spoke to Bill earlier. A good friend of mine is like, "Do you know what, Brian? I've had a really, really good sleep. I've got the week off work or the day off work. If I'm awake at 2 a.m., I'll be here." And here he is. And the fact that he said that message at 12 minutes past 9, and it's now 9:40, and we've only got to there. We're going long time, people. 3 hours. Here we go. Yep, we did sell a Walker, but like we said, that was City wrecked themselves by buying Grealish for 100 million. Yeah, do you know what? That's a good point. That's a good point. Oh, Geminini. That one I really have to say slowly. If Eze plays on Thursday, Geminini, it doesn't matter if he plays Thursday because it won't cup time. I thought one of the, I can't remember who said it on Twitter, was like, okay, they want him on Thursday. This will put huge doubt on it. Then I was like, I'm sure there's a rule where if it's a different tournament, they can play in both. And it's right. So if he plays Thursday, the biggest concern if he plays Thursday is if he goes and picks up an injury. If he picks up an injury, then we will be in a really bad way. But it depends. I mean, if he picked up a calf strain or so, if it was a big injury, obviously you're not going to do it. But if it was like a 3 week because of a hamstring, do you think that affects it? Well, let's hope it don't come to that. Alpesh, they want silly. They do, but remember, Alpesh, the closer we get to the window and the more they want Rodrigo. Man City, although we know how much money they've got and they've spent silly money, compared to when they first came in and they started buying it, they haven't done it like Abramovich recently. They've sold and then brought in and reinvested properly. So the longer this goes on, who knows where that will take us. Eugene, good evening to you, buddy. I hope you, your family and everything are all good and well. Always a pleasure to see you. As it is a pleasure to see all of you. Daniel 90, he's dropped the Europa League winners or whatever it was. It's back to Daniel 90, which I must say it's a lot easier to type your name in chats now when I'm in there. Problem is, if the club clearly want a left winger and City being too difficult, we have to look at other. Yeah. This is it. The thing is, obviously, we don't know if they are or not. You would think the way Spurs have been going one by one that they haven't been, but who knows? Who knows? In my opinion, Savinho is worth. Joe, I say this. I say this a lot with it. When we talk about overpayment, we desperately need a left winger. I don't believe, like, let's say he was. I'm just going to use a number here, not for him, but if a player's worth 30 million, and you desperately need that player, as in that player specifically, at 30 million. If someone said, right, we'll give you 70, that's ridiculous. But if it's 10, 15 million or whatever it may be, does the value of the player's transfer fee overrule? Do you know what? I'm going to ask this to you guys. I'm going to go right down to the bottom again. Let's use Savinho for example. We're going to use Savinho for the example. I'm just going to round it up to easy numbers. let's just say it's 50 million. Let's just say it's 50 million. And Man City want 70, so it's 20 million. Is paying 20 million over the odds worth it for how badly we need a left winger that can create and do the job? So if he is the specific one that Tottenham have identified as remember at 21 years old, is it worth paying the 20 million over? Because that 20 million is his worth to the club, if you know what I mean. So paying over the odds to get the exact player the manager wants, is that 20 million worth it for what he's going to bring to the team? Or is it no fucking chance? 20 million is 20 million. You don't overpay. You get what I mean? So we've got, do you know what? Where have we got? We have got, if it was my money, I'd pay 75 to get it done from Mike Pellegrini. Kamal saying it is worth it. Jetto, I'm with you. This is it. Fuck it. Why not? It's not my money. Damn right. Savinho is the next Rodrigo from Kamala. Worth every penny from Stuart Craven. Big up, Stuart. Round table, I agree. Okay, wait a minute. We'll get to all these. Let's see. Pep rates him highly. Yep. Yes, it's worth it from Pedro Del. Every penny from one. I don't. How many zeros has Scott put in there? Scott, I must say, Scott M. I think once the. I think we've understood the rules now. If after the weekend Savinho comes up, let's put this to the test and refuse to talk about it and see where we go. So we know if we can talk during the January window. Kamal said it's worth. Kamal is rivaling Scott M here for the how much we love Rodrigo. Psycho, you will know a lot. You will know a lot. What's your feelings as a Brazilian towards all this Savinho talk? How has he seemed in Brazil? And would you say he is worth whatever it is, just get him in? So let's have a look. It's not worth it because we won't be able to sell him for that price. Joe, I understand that bit, but at 21, buddy, let's just say he comes in, he sets the world alight. A Real Madrid or a Barca will come in for a South American, and he will be. But what I will say, it's a big, big outlay for a 21-year-old. It's a big, big outlay if we talk about it really for anyone, 70-odd million pounds when we in the grand scheme of things. But so I just wish that we can get this done and not have to worry about resale value. And I've just seen my beautiful nephew, and I'm sure Noah is next to him. My parents are probably with them. My sister, to my family. I hope you are good, darling. Love you, all of you, lots and lots. Big up. So Isaac is saying, yup, he's worth the money. So that's good enough for me, people. If it's good enough, it's a steal. Okay, there you go. Isaac is setting the rules. Isaac has said, and I'm sure Noah's with him as well. Let's see, Lee Harvey. Man, this guy must be very, mate. That's why I've nicknamed him. That's why he is. This is last season. Lee Harvey, nicknamed Pape Matassar, the lawnmower, because he covers every blade of grass. Evening, Brian. I hope you're well. And I'm at work at the moment, 2:45 in the morning, back home. I just like to say, you've given it the seal of approval. Okay, I can be happy, lawnmower. I can be happy. And is Eze coming or not? I'm going to say he's coming. I'm going to say he's coming. Without a doubt. We're going to try and be cheery. But it looks like, actually, let's see if Psycho Teacher has put anything in about Savinho before I scroll right back to the top. I've got the Shermanator in here as well. Big up, Sherman. Long time no see, buddy. Long time no see. Let's have a look. If anything has come in from Psycho Teacher. I can't see it just yet, but you know what? We'll go through it. 160 of you in here with me at 10 to 10 or 10 to 3 or wherever you are in the world with us. I've just seen Culinary in the comments. Right, there's a lot of scrolling. There's a lot of scrolling, people. I'm going to have to speak to StreamYard to try and find a way that this becomes easier. Right, there we go. I found it. So, I was hoping for a 7 Savinho to DH Gate. Mate, who knows? Like I said, if once the deal comes back up, we won't say it. But I think that shirt will go to Eze, bro. I think that will. But we'll see. Yeah, do you know what? The thing is, after Morgan gives way, last season I bit at everything. I bit at absolutely everything. Every transfer rumor, good or bad, I was like, yeah, this ain't gonna happen. Yeah, that won't happen. Yeah, this could happen. Why does it take? And it just consumed me. It literally got to the point where I think I spent 75% of my day on Twitter. I was like, I can't do this. I can't do this. I was just like, do you know what? I'm not going to bite to everything or react or whatever. I say the odd comments if something I feel is developing. But this Spurs, this window has been something else, hasn't it? It really has been something else. And it's literally everyone is there. And I'm just like, right, let's just enjoy the ride. Let's enjoy the ride. And because I haven't reacted to it, but where I was going with that is doing YouTube, going to all these shows. We talk about it. You guys talk about it. So it has to be spoken about. But the way this has gone, this window, it's too much. It's too much. And you know what? When I grew up, and people older than myself back home would have been growing up, or wherever you got your football or watching from around the world, it was teletext and the newspapers. And when things really got fire, you heard that was it. There was, imagine what it's going to be for the next generation. I've got no idea what it's going to be like. Stuart, good morning to you. We did. Oh, mate, that was Irving Scholar days. We've had Sugar and Levy since then. But yeah, we got Corluca from them. We've done business with them before. Back in the day, there's been no drama there, but now it's different. Oh, it is, mate. It's been back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. It's non-stop. Leggy the Fourth, big up to you. Good evening to you, buddy. My man. I have to say, this guy is always in the chat, and a few days ago, obviously, we started. Everyone was wishing him well because he was mentioning that his mother's currently going through dementia, and the whole channel wished this great man well. And then I got an Instagram message from him, and now I speak to him via. This is the great thing, and another thing why I love this chat. The amount of people I now speak to on a regular, if not daily basis, because of Tottenham on tour, just goes to show on social media, it can be an absolute horrific place to be, but there are genuine diamonds, and you lot that are in here, 166 of you, are those diamonds I found, or we found each other, whatever. So big up to you, buddy. What's you do, Richarlison? He would love that. He would love that. Daniel, big up to you, my friend. 5 deals, and they've been good deals. They've been good. And they got Douglas Luiz today, didn't they? If I'm right, they got a here we go for Douglas Luiz. So it's just insane. We went from 85 to 95% from Romero from Monday to Tuesday. We're going to be at 99% tomorrow. The deal is updating slower. I remember back in the day the ZX Spectrum, which my parents had for me and my sister, and that was when you loaded it with a cassette, and it made that horrible broadband noise from back in the day. The dial-up, not in broadband, dial-up. My God, yeah, it's step by step. We're getting day by day. We're getting closer. Big up, Jazz Fusion. Big up, buddy. And we've got Warren. Do you know what? Warren, welcome to the Tottenham on Tour family, all the way in Williamsburg, Virginia. Another expat. Mate, the amount of people that I've met that have moved over here from from the UK on this side of the pond, I love this side of the pond. I can't lie. I absolutely love this side of the pond. Big up to you and welcome and thank you for the subscribing, buddy. Kudos. Parish is a answers on a postcard. I would say something, but I don't know if my nephews are still watching. And if I said what I was about to say, I would get a call from my sister or my mother, and it wouldn't be enough. I'd actually play that message or phone call live on here, and let's just say if I would get into a lot of trouble. Yes, Brian, big up. Ellie, big up. We are snails in the transfer window, or is it because is it called Levy? Is it Parish? If it falls apart, I feel Levy will. Look, with this one, obviously it broke yesterday that Levy's now taking over the talks and he's there. This has to get done. I honestly, this time, people will know if Levy got out of bed and put his left foot down rather than his right foot, I'd have a go at him for it. I will find anyway 6 degrees of separation. I need to say, oh, it's Levy's fault, but I need to be like I am at the moment, a lot more balanced, a lot more. Let's think about this. Yes, it could be an issue with him, but we all know Parish can be a nightmare. And do you know what? Fair play to Parish for being a nightmare at a smaller club, sticking to his guns and doing what he does. I think this is more Parish, but time will come out. Time will tell if it is. Oh, I've just missed some things. So we've got Lou by Levy. Have a full English on me when you come over. Buddy, when I'm over, we're definitely meeting up, buddy. We're definitely meeting up. So thank you. And then we've got a super chat from Lee. Brian, which game are you coming over for this season? Had a lot going on when you came over last season. What's your score for the weekend? Right, so I don't know when I'm coming over. I've got to get that all sorted with the dentist and whatnot. When I come over, I am still on I will not go into that stadium. I will not enter the stadium or give him any of my money. I am just that way. This window has been a great step. If he does another few windows like this or January in the summer, maybe I'll go in the stadium when I'm over, but not in the not in the club shop, or I won't buy anything in the stadium or anything. So maybe if we have a window like we think now, then the summer, then the winter, then the summer. But if I am there and I'm still waiting for the wisdom tooth operation and there is a home game, I will be in Tottenham. I will be in Tottenham. Let's have a look. Do you know what? Let's look at the fixtures anyway. Let me just have a look. Spurs fixtures. And obviously there'll be Champions League games as well. Spurs fixtures 25-26. So the dates I was looking at, I would technically be home for Brighton away, Wolves at home, Leeds away, Villa at home. Villa at home being so those are the games. So we're looking at Brighton away. So the home games, the home games would be Wolves and Villa basically. I'll be home for Wolves and Villa, but I would imagine we'd have a Champions League home game. And I will go to Tottenham and watch it with everyone in the Tottenham pubs. But we'll definitely sort something, Lee. We'll be in contact and we'll sort something out. And we just, Anna, mate, I've just got a £20 super chat for a cup of tea. Oh, and the Lee, Lou by Levy, sorry, you didn't have to do that, buddy. But thank you very much indeed. Listen, when I'm there, as I said, we'll speak via Insta and we'll sort something out that we meet up for absolute certain. Thank you, everyone that's putting in the super chats. It really does help the channel. But like we said, this show is about having some fun and chilling. Where were we? Have I lost my place? Right, Savino from Scotland. Big up, mate. Blah blah. Where are we? Ellie, weren't we? Levy is enjoying this. Giovannini, yep, that could be. That's always a thing. We'll see. I mean, I personally think once the window closes, we'll find out about the investment. and we'll see if it's genuine or not. But I honestly think it is. So we'll see. Dan, I don't believe Liverpool retiring the number 20, Vajota, for obvious reasons, and may him and his brother rest in peace. I get. If we're going to start doing that, then there's certain numbers that should have been retired. I get it. It's the modern day football. It's evolving. I don't think a number should be retired unless it's of massive significance. 7 and Son, don't get me wrong, will go down in history. But that number has to be earned. Unless a superstar comes in. And I would say Eze for Premier League would be on par. 100%, Daniel. But this is what happens, and I think this happened last year with Eze, when it's like, listen, if you want Eze, if you're going to offer £1 less, don't pick up the phone to me until you are going to, and he will dig his heels in. He will. And do you know what? Not just Parish right now, and we're dealing with him. Fair play to a lot of these clubs. Look at Bournemouth. Let's say 10, 15 years ago, the big clubs would strip Bournemouth apart. Don't get me wrong, Bournemouth have lost a lot of players recently, but my God, they took 65 million from us for Solanke, 50 million for Hussein to go to Real Madrid. Sabani, I can't remember the amount he went to, I think it's 50 to PSG. Kirkes from Liverpool, they are cash rich. And for a club that size, they don't take, they're like, this is the price. Those days have gone. And fair play to the small clubs for doing it. Relax, people. Spurs have done everything right. Listen, I will say, kudos, this is exactly what happened with Morgan Gibbs White, where Spurs did everything right. We found out later, maybe not with the release clauses, whatever. Never, ever, never, ever. I get what you're saying, and I am kind of not losing it because there's time. But I don't think there's ever been a sentence where, relax, people, Spurs have done everything right, where every fan goes, do you know what? Yeah, you're right. It just doesn't happen. It just doesn't happen. Cookies in the chat. Big up to you, buddy, at the Two Mark Show. A great, great channel and dear friends of Tottenham on Tour. Mate, I think is it. They started. I feel. They started with, this is the third season. This is going into Madison's third season. So I'd even say 3. And also, we were linked with him at QPR before he went to Palace. So this has been a long, long, long time coming. Bombers on tour, mate. Oh, hopefully tomorrow. Drew. Hopefully we'll get that sweet music. What am I talking about? Sweet 3 letters. Here we go, people. An hour and 3 minutes in, and the stupidity of me is coming in. So we'll get the 3 words of here we go, and then it will be Bombers on Tour, and then I can release my tweet that I've been dying to do. Thank you for the super sticker, Cookie. Greatly appreciated. Where were we? Seems like the board has no idea that I've been holding my breath for several days now. Ariel, well, if you've done that, mate, you should be a very, very, very rich man. You should be a very, very rich man if you've done that. One thing I will say, when it comes to holding my breath, I'll tell you a funny story with my dad, and people that will know me and have traveled with me will know this. My dad used to take me and my sister on the London travel card every summer holiday. He took a day off work. He'd take us to Buckingham Palace, Hamleys, Harrods, the Catty. So we'd do all the Big Ben, everything. But whenever I used to get on the train with my dad, and the train line I'm on is the Piccadilly line for people that don't know the UK or do know it from being there. And the 9th stop is the Filth. And every time when the doors would open, or as we put into the station, my dad used to say to us as a kid, before the doors open, you have to hold your breath until the doors close in case you'll catch the Arsenal lurgy. and you don't want to do that, you don't want to be contaminated. Still to this day, when I get to Arsenal Station and those doors open, I hold my breath. And when it sometimes says this train will be held here for a minute to regulate the service, I'm like, oh no, not here, not here. But it's a tradition that always stays. So make sure you're taking you took a very, very deep breath. For days, it might be a problem. Big up, Kamal. Big up, buddy. Yeah, that's saying where we're going. I mean, listen, I'm guilty, not for this one, but with my manager, my head coach for Thomas Frank, I would say that with the negotiations is definitely what I would say. Definitely what I would say. But we'll see at the end of the window. Okay, so let's have a look. Do you know what? He didn't get the blame for me, sir. When this actually happened, I actually sat down when it got cancelled or held up, and I was like, do you know what? This is his wheelhouse. This is the one thing that I have absolute faith in him. And I still don't think we did anything wrong. It's come out that apparently, sir, not every single tick was done on every single stipulation of the transfer release fee. I listen. I am with you with this, but obviously people going that Morgan Gibbs White should have made more of a. It was basically the biggest shit show, wasn't it? For the player that I've wanted the most in the Premier League, it was a shit show. But he gets a lot of stick that's warranted. He gets some stick that isn't because everyone just blames it on it, and I get that. Believe me, I do it 9 times out of 10. I will find a way to blame him. And a lot of it is always my heart thinks before my head. I've got that. It's not a bad way to be where your heart rules your head, but sometimes it does need to be the other way around. Control, Bass, delete, big up to you, my friend. City will sell if we stump up the cash. Revenge move. Personally, I don't think Savinha. Well, this is the thing. We're not even talking euros, I think, Daniel. I think we're talking pounds. Oh, mate, listen, if once this goes through, it will be absolutely Armageddon from them lot. And I mean, Lee Gunner will do an emergency stream. Then it will all begin. It will be beautiful. Yeah, I hope. He did say it. He did say it, didn't he, with Morgan, and then it fell through. But let's face it, what if we hear it tomorrow, we're all going to think it's done. Alex Gomez, big up to you, buddy. Doing a double shift. So, yeah. Oh, you're doing a double shift. So, mate, this is what we're here for. Alex, this is what we're here for. Wherever you are in the world, whether you're at work, you've just got home, on the way to whatever, we are all here as one, all 157 of us. Levy and Paris are bonding over. Do you know what? They probably would be, wouldn't they? They both do certainly have a hatred for them. Michael O'Brien, what alternatives? I think there is obviously there's Liao. Can Kang Lee play left wing? I keep forgetting. I think Savinha has been such a main target that I can't personally think of others. Obviously, there's people would love to say, "Oh, let's get Gordon or whatever," but I don't think that's going to happen in a month of Sundays. Oh yeah, there's these two as well. Michael, any account can declare them as themselves an ITK and get a click from. Yeah, this is the problem with it, Michael. Well, at one point, I'll be honest, when they first brought out the blue tick, like the Twitter, whatever, premium, whatever you want to call it, at one point, we were really, really thinking of getting it for Tottenham on tour. Not for myself, but for the channel. Because at one point, Twitter changed it. We used to stream via Twitter as well. But now you cannot stream live on Twitter at the same time unless you have premium. So we thought, you know what, should we do it? And then we just thought, nah. Understand people that do it, but there are people, unfortunately. or fortunately, whatever way you want to look at it, that do it. It's not even about the validation now. I remember Twitter back in the day where you only got a blue tick if you were famous or something where they'd need to verify it was the genuine person. Now anyone can get a blue tick, can't they? Simply anyone. If they want to do that, brilliant, fair play to them. But a lot of it now is about obviously making money. And unfortunately, drama sells, doesn't it? Drama sells. You just drop one thing. Oh, mate, English bacon. Do not, no bacon. Mate, come to England. Mate, you can't be back. You can't beat it. You can't beat it. At the beginning of each window, Brandon, if you watch We Are Tottenham TV, I keep saying to Ben and Simon they got to do it. I call it the transfer window, both the summer and January, the 50 Shades of Simeon, because he starts like yourself, uber duper positive, and then by this time he's going nuts. And it's been different this window with obviously all the links and everything, but yeah, it's always the way, isn't it? On the contrary, Brian, City do need the money. Yeah, no, that Real Madrid will bleed. No, that part I get. That part they do want the money, but what I'm saying is they're not like a Kudus or a Charleston where we went and got them because they needed financial help. If they don't get, they really do want Rodrigo, but I'm saying they're not in a financial situation. Look, the worst thing is if they keep Savinho, and they'll have him. Yes, they do want Rodrigo, but it's not like they literally are desperate to get him out the door, as we know from Pep Guardiola. Scott has been in. Do you know what? Scott M is a great friend of mine. Scott M is one of the people. There's a good few in here now that I've known since I started Tottenham Away with Stell, with Brian Ireland, and with a guy called Cheyenne that a lot of people might know because he comes in and out now. Scott M has always been on the scene. Scott M has always been very blunt and direct with his tweet messages. He doesn't mix his words. He stays true to himself. He's a good friend of mine. We have a lot of banter. And you know what? Just seeing that, I'm sure there's a comment coming from him very, very shortly in response to that. I don't know why people always talk about Kudus to play at cam or left wing. Come on, guys, he won't play anywhere other than... Okay, so, Kamal, the reason people are talking about central midfield as the cam is apparently, and I've spoken, if you watch We Are and you see a guy called Manny come on, designated Hotspur, who is Ghanaian, English born but Ghanaian, he watches him religiously. Apparently for Ghana, he plays in the 10. I think for us, he should, at the moment, he could be only right wing. But on the odd occasion, what I would say, I agree with you, he should be a right winger. But if there is a fullback on the left-hand side that's not having a good game, I'd put Kudus on them for 10, 15 minutes to just skin them alive. But I do agree with you that right wing is most definitely the place I want to see him 9 times out of 10. Well, I've married one. So, yes, but I will say the Canadian women are very good looking people. But what I will say is over here, I don't know where you live, Michael, but one thing I will say to any English person, any Englishman, and if there's any English women here, the English accent over here, they absolutely, honestly, if I had come to Canada when I was single and drinking and whatever, my God, I go out for meals with my wife and I will have 4 waitresses by the end of the evening serving us. Even if I'm there holding my wife, literally, oh my God, I love your egg. It's this thing here. I used to speak on booking.com and deal with very, very complex calls and complicated. They'd be shouting and screaming as soon as it's transferred to me and they heard my accent. Are you British? Yeah, I'm from London. Oh, let's start again. Yeah, I love your accent. I love it. unbelievable. And I will say, Canada is a great country. I haven't explored it all. It's stunningly beautiful, but Toronto is incredible. I couldn't recommend it highly enough. Marinakis is the least of our problems. Yup. Who will be the next chairman that becomes the big problem? At the beginning, yup, we went through that one. Did I go back on myself? Adrian is in the chat. I know he's a late, but it's 3:15 in the morning, people. 3:15. This is the best chance of Parish getting that. Yeah, exactly. This is the other thing. Adrian's right. He's got 2 years left on his contract. Palace aren't, whether they don't swim in the same pool as us. They financially do need to get finance. The clock is ticking. Look what's happening with Wehi at the moment. Kamal. At Scott. Dear. No. I know you're joking about, but no. You put a double G, so you're speaking about someone else. I'm going to go with that. I really do think all the stalling is... of course. But the thing, Joe, we always know with Tottenham. I mean, can anyone think, like Kudus there was... Could anyone remember, in all honesty, the last time we had a signing that just went, done, no hassle, bang, bang, bosh. And I don't mean free transfers or anything. Big up to you, C07. I hope all is well with you. Yeah, here we go. Mashing a joke. Big up, buddy. Just shooting. First thing I heard, there you go, mate. You came at the right time. Oh, no, listen. For me, do you know what? I'm going to ask a question of you, because when we're talking food, let's get to know each other better. We're going to do this right now. If there are a lot of comments, we're going to be doing a lot of scrolling, and I'm not even yawning or tired yet, so we're good. We are good people. So, if you had to eat one protein or one thing for the rest of your life, you could have it any way you like. So breakfast, lunch, and dinner. There had to be one consistent thing in that meal. I'll give you my example in a minute. You could have it any way you like. So fried, grilled, roasted, blah, 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 blah. At any part of, if it's an animal, obviously. Me, it's lamb. I would have lamb breakfast, lunch and dinner. So what would people, or fried chicken, right? So AK Skeggs, I've had my operation on my nose for my breathing and everything. Now I've got issue with the wisdom tooth being near my sinuses and everything. I feel fine apart from the pain there, but thank you for asking and your concern, but I am good. So let's see what people have put. We have got, as a vegan for 8 years, I'm always tempted by bacon. I can understand that. Fried chicken from Kudos. I'm not going to spring up the next one. Eggs from Nathan's in the building. Ozzy Frank Lover, big up to you. Paul Pork from Roundtable. Nick, how are you, buddy? Wagyu any day. Do you know what? I think I've only had a Wagyu burger. I don't think I've had Wagyu steak, which I'd love to try. Shazza, Eze is not off. It's delayed until further. Wait till tomorrow. Roast duck. Duck, I love. Duck is incredible. Brisket. We've got stuff. I do love stuffing. Stuffing is absolutely incredible. What else we got? Lamb is top tier. Duck, yep. Well, Drug, you're the same as me. Thanks, AK Skeggs. Thank you. Do you know what? Ben Brown, octopus is, or Andy. Do you know what? I've been eating. I love pork belly. Pork belly is incredible. Beans, especially Heinz from Warren. Hummus from Geminini. Pork belly is coming from Mashing the Joe. Controlled base delete. There's gone lamb. Chicken we've got from AK Skeggs. One of Tables bagels. Ribs. Ribs is a great shout. Any Thai food? Any Thai food, probably chicken you can mix. Smoked ribeye from Eugene. Brian Stanley has gone lamb. Eggs. Do you know what? Have it. Eggs. When I've asked this question before, you know what? We're going to skip a few of these things. I'm going to ask you a few questions. We're going to have some fun. Some of them might not be Spurs related, but we're going to go through these and I'll ask you a few questions. So chicken tikka is good. Indian is my favorite. Indian and Chinese are my favorite cuisines. Ribeye from Stephen. Can't be a good ribeye. Ethan. James has gone. We've got poutine from my. Oh, mate, poutine is. You gotta love a poutine. Callum, good night, buddy. Good night. See you later. Ethan, tuna. I love sushi. Bacon second. We got more pork belly. Pork from Jelly and Ice Cream. We've got ribeyes going there. You know, Destiny, when you said you had two cats fighting outside your window, I've got two cats. I thought I had mine fighting. I was like, where are you? Ribeye from Jazz. Right. Next question. Oh, roast pork, mate. I saw roast pork belly, yeah. So here we go. Cordoso went. We didn't. I think I can't even remember how that went. Right. Next question. Then we'll go back to football. This is where I love asking this question. I'm gonna put it down to 5, not 6 that I normally do. Right, people. Let's see where your heads are. I usually do this as an icebreaker when I start jobs. You are hosting a dinner party. You can have 5 celebrities, dead or alive, celebrities or famous people, dead or alive, 5 people. Who are you taking? Doesn't have to just be footballers. It could be pop artists. It could be entertainers. It could be whatever. So if you could have 5 people, who are you having? I'll tell you who mine are. Paul Gascoigne, Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson, Frank Sinatra. Who was the other? Wait a minute. I always have this. Frank Sinatra, because of my grandma or my grandparents. The Rock, Paul Gascoigne, Nelson Mandela, and who was the other? Pink. I love Pink. Love Pink. Let's see what people are putting. We got okay. We're not going to bring your comments up at the moment, buddy. Margot Robbie, okay. Megan Fox, Anna de Armas, Anne Hathaway, Sydney. It's like, that's not a bad party. That is not. Daniel. Oh, Mike Tyson's a good one. I love Mike Tyson. When I get my Rottweiler, which is a dog I've wanted for 20 odd years. Never had a dog. I'm going big first time. If I get a boy, it's going to be called Tyson for obvious reasons. And if I had a girl, I was going to call it Brandy because of the colour on it. Mike Tyson is a G. Levy, Donna Cullen, Vinay. So you're going for all current. John Daly. Oh, mate. Listen, mate. You didn't say anything about Gaza, Frank Sinatra, The Rock, mate. Pink was for a reason. Yeah. Let's put it that way. Keanu Reeves, Mozart. See, now Daniel's got the eye of the game. That is a quality list. Keanu Reeves, Mozart, Denzel Washington, AJ Tracy, Jackie Chan. That is a good list. Oh, mate, that's 3. You've got another 2, but that is a top 3. That is a. Oh, sorry, my God, thank you, have it. I can't believe. Right, let Pink goes out the window. Michael Jackson's always. Oh my good God, my favorite. Yeah, sorry. Thank you, have it. But mate, let's have a look at yours. Graham Norton, Michael Jackson, David Beckham, Sir Alex Ferguson, Jennifer. That is a great list. That is a great list. When I saw David Beckham, I literally read David Jason to begin with. It would be another person to have let's have a look. Oh, Jesus Christ. Trump, Putin, Daniel. Oh my good God, that would be Prince Charlie Chaplin, Madonna. That Alpesh. That's a great list. That is a great list. Jackson, Whitney Houston. I loved, mate. Do you know what? She was one of that when people were going, Whitney Houston got to me. Whitney Houston got to me. Let's see. Jimi Hendrix, Michael Jordan, Sinatra. That's, mate, that's a list. Bret Hart, Clifford, Scarlett Johansson, and Jesus Christ. That, mate, there are some do you know what, Scott? I would like to be, mate. I need to that would be a very entertaining. Oh my God, that's what I'm going to be thinking. Oh my God, John Paul, mate. The Beatles, yeah, and Eze. The Beatles and Eze. Keanu Reeves would be great. Do you know what? How many good things you see about Keanu Reeves? A pissed Gaza, George Best, a pissed Robbie Williams, Big McHughes, and so. Do you know what? That would be a session and a half. Definitely not definitely not Jessica Alba. Probably Eric Dyer, Brian Hill, Soldado, and Mr. Sissoko. He will be coming to Tottenham. He'll be coming to Tottenham. Let's see if there's any more lists before we go back to football. Let's have a look from Luba. Trump, Jimmy White, Jessica Alba, Barry Sheen, and Marilyn Monroe. That's not a bad list. Also, Charlie Sheen wouldn't be bad to have on that. That would be the one we had just before with the very drunken ones. You should have added Charlie Sheen on there, although you probably wouldn't be coming home from that party. Who else we got? Levy, Cullen, Parrish, his assistant Eze. Remember, Cullen, I don't think has got anything to do with this. You might need to change that to Vinay or Lange, although Lange will probably be very, very quiet and not do anything. Let's have a look. Martin Scorsese. Oh, mate. 1, 2, 3. You've got one more, Daniel. You've got one more. West Coast Spurs, Sinatra, Ali, Prince, Paul McCartney. Mate, that's some good lists. There are a good miss. That would be Matthew. That would be good. What's Sam? You're having a very good party, mate. You are having a very, very, very good party. Mike Patton, Jim Jamison, Kate Moss, Shirley Manson, Richard. Okay. Jedi Gaza, Ultimate Warrior. Oh, mate, that is a list and a half. That is a list and a half. That is a list and a half. Stephen, that is a list and a half, but for the wrong reasons. Judas Iscariot, Sol Campbell, man. Mate, we're getting off topic here. We'll bring it back to football. Do you know what? Let's start at the bottom with something. Let's get back to football. Rich, big up to you, sir. Big up to you. I tell you what, let's have a look. Let's gauge where we are for Bombard and Maureen. Do you think, let's have a look. If I've got the fixture list still up. So what fixtures have we got August? So we have got, right, we have just got Man City. Okay, it's Man City and Bournemouth. Is Eberechi going to make it? Eberechi going to make his debut? Man City, Bournemouth, which is the 30th. So we got four possibles. Man City away, Bournemouth home, West Ham, which is the first game in September because there's an international break, or won't because the deal stalls. So you got a choice. City, Bournemouth, West Ham won't make it because deal doesn't go through. Let's see where we go with that. Ollie Reed, George Best, Gaza. My God, there are a lot of people that want to have drunken nights here. Bodane, Depp, Reed. I think if I was still drinking, it would be the same kind of thing. Trump, Malcolm X, Pete Doherty, Stone Cold Steve. Mate, there are some. See, I love doing these listings. Surely we have to get Eddie for City. Mate, do you know what? I actually think we get a result on Saturday with or without. With or without Eze. Bradman, Romo, Gandhi, Maradona, Bridget Bardot. Good list. Okay, so Eze at City. Also, here we go tomorrow. Eze comes off the bench for City. Debut against Bournemouth. Off the bench against City. Absolutely Man City at minimum as a sub. Bournemouth for 15 minutes at the end. City late sub. Oh, mate, Freddie Mercury. Why didn't I think of Freddie Mercury? Freddie Mercury is you gotta love Queen. You gotta love Queen. City in the 60th minute from Brian Stanley. City for sure. Savinho, Eze, Kudus, Richie gives us a 10-0 win. Oh, that would be wonderful, wouldn't it? Your one more will be Harvey Keitel. Good shout. That will be Daigle, Sim, Ben, Levy. Mate, that would be Sim defending Ange, me and Ben going for Levy. That would be box office. That would be box office. That would be worthy. That would be incredible. Have it has gone West Ham. Do you know what? Not one person yet has put in the not going to happen. Yeah, I was thinking off the bench for City. Let's not jinx it. I've given us four options, buddy. Bro, we've got 4 options. Got to play the odds. And it's 75% in our favour because we've got, like I said, Man City, Bournemouth, West Ham, not at all. Where is the service coming from with no number? Kudus. We will go 3-5-2. I think Bentancur and Paulinho is going to start as well to try and eliminate them and get the ball up top quicker. Man City in 2 years' time. Hopefully by Bournemouth because Palace have 4 games between now and... Yeah, we've got to try and get it done. If Mr. Marinakis allows... There's so many people joking at that. The question is... Oh, mate, my good God, Big Country Chris. That is a name that I haven't heard for ages. Stuart Downing, another player we were linked with for ages, wasn't it? Bissouma good and Eze is good to me. Thoughts on Mitoma? Do you know what? Oh, I've just realised, Nate. Big up, Nate. By the way, me and Nate are going to be doing something together this week, and we're going to be on his channel. So I am going to do, once again, let's get Nate's channel in the link in there. Canadian Dose of Spurs. SPUS. Let's get him up. Let's get this up. Canadian. Not Canadian, Canada Dose of Spurs. What an idiot. What an idiot. 1, 2, 3. Where has it gone? Where has he gone? Dose of Spurs. God's sake, me and my spelling. It's not exactly hard. Why can't I find your link? Do me a favour, Nate. WhatsApp me your link to your channel so I can put it in the chat. WhatsApp me your link, buddy, and I'll put it in the chat. Everyone should give this guy a follow and a subscribe. Top guy. Really enjoy listening to him. Everyone give him a follow. I think Mitoma with Brighton, buddy, is big. We're talking probably about Savinho money, and will Spurs do it? Will Brighton do it as well? He's just sent it to me. 1 second. Cheers, Nate, bro. There we go. I've just got it. So let's get the link up. Copy. Let's paste everyone. If you get a chance, whether you do it now and come back or whatever, there is Nate's link. Go give it subscribe. Back to the Stell, Brian, Lange, Levy. You'd need one more. You got one more to complete that set, Daniel. One more, brother. But me, Stell, Levy, that will be interested. Romano, Paratici, and Thomas the Frank Engine, Harry Kane. That wouldn't be a bad one. That wouldn't be a bad one. Scott, Ange, Levy, Spence. That will be an entertaining one. Off topic, but Palace, Forest. Oh my good God. That Jesso, do you know what? Thanks for saying that. Obviously, I would have checked it nearer the time, but you're right. That is going to be like a massive thing, isn't it? Where is it? Where is that game this week? Let's have a look. Premier League fixture list. Right, let's do Crystal Palace. Let's just have a look. That is a big one. Crystal Palace versus Nottingham Forest. Is it at Forest first? It is. It's a Palace. It's a Palace. Oh, that's going to be spicy. That is going to be... You know, they were making a massive thing about Chelsea Palace being the biggest or the big London derby. The first London derby. Sorry, the first London derby. This game is probably the most spiciest game so far. And we had Arsenal United on Sunday. That, oh, mate, Jesso, that is going to be a spicy, spicy, spicy game. Come on, yeah, 28. I can't see it. I can't see it. Freddie sang our song, Brian, on 3. We are the champions, my friend. One of my favorite songs, or two of my favorite songs in the world, are sung by, I love, or 3 from Queen. Don't Stop Me Now. The Show Must Go On, I think, is one of the most beautifully written songs, and he sings it. And I can't remember the last song. The song that in the Queen movie that he sings in Brazil. I'll remember it. But Queen are just incredible. Queen are just incredible. City is afraid to give us Savinho. You know that's why. Look. One thing I will say, obviously, we the Spurs fan base at the moment is, whether it comes to transfers, the owner, the board, the manager, whatever it is, we just can't synchronize as one. But what I will say, a lot of people like that work within football have been very, very impressed with Thomas Frank and have been saying, if Spurs get all this, Spurs could be not a problem as in league champions or anything, but Spurs could build something serious with Frank. And I have to say, people that don't follow me on Twitter but do know me on WhatsApp, there was a video today that came out on YouTube from Sky Sports where they were asking Thomas Frank 10 questions, and they started talking about his communication and writing emails and other things. And he was like, I hate emails. I hate sometimes get my wife to look at it. He goes, but what I do love doing, and people know me and speak to me away from here, go, Thomas Frank went, I do love a voice note. And I was like, if anyone knows me, I am the king of the voice notes. It's very, very rare that I ever send. If it's a short, yeah, okay, or whatever, I will type it. But I will send a voice note. If I had sent 100 messages to someone, I would say at least 80 of them would probably be voice notes. I would think there's people in here that probably give you the ratio. I love a voice note. Muhammad Ali, Malucci, Jack Black, David Gilmore, John Cleese. John Cleese is a legend, Daniel. John Cleese. Okay, we're back. Saturday Man City versus Eze. Saturday Man City versus Eze. Look, but Joe what? I keep forgetting to mention him. I just think it's too late for him. He has done so well in Italy. I would be very, very open to Adama Lookman coming to Spurs. I don't know why his name keeps popping out of my head when we're talking about this, but I don't think he's too old at all. Personally, at 28, the way I think we're thinking 28 is obviously we're so drummed in resale value. We need to bring in players. We've said we need experience. We need experience to bring in to help the young players or whatever. Mitoma is not. I understand where people are saying it because of the age bracket that we're used to, but I think Spurs have got to get away from that. I.e., like signing the Paulinho on loan. Exactly, he is a mate. He is a consummate professional. I do agree. He is maybe. Do you know what? Maybe there could be a late bid. We were talking earlier about will Spurs be active nearer the end. Lamela and 4 of his friends. Oh, Jesus, yeah. Actually, Lamela, Jack Wilshere. Who else has he fucked off? He stamped on someone's foot in the Battle of the Bridge. Whose hand was it he stood on? I think it was Fabregas, wasn't it? So Lamela, Wilshere, Fabregas. There's 3 of them. Dani Olmo. Oh, what a player. What a player. But do we think we could get him? I don't think we could get him. But what a player he is. Nathan, listen, the one thing that we all try to do with each other is support each other. That's what it's all about. No matter the size of the channel, we all want to try and help fellow Spurs YouTubers out, especially my fellow, if Skype's a kind of countryman. I'm not a citizen yet, but I am a permanent resident. And I love what you do, Nathan. I honestly, whenever you see Archer in your chat, or if he's in here now, he literally messaged me. I think we were both on We Are Tottenham TV. As in the chat, he was like, Brian, have you seen that new Canadian WhatsApp channel? YouTube. I was like, no. And then he told me about you. So whenever you see Archer, say thank you to Archer. But no, honestly, this is a great channel. He is a great guy, and you'll be seeing some more of him and some more of me on his channel. But top man, and we'll always support. This is the great thing about supporting each other. Lookman for half the price of Mitoma is he way better? Yes, he's doing really well. Half the price. Sorry, I was about to say half the age. 14 years old. Half the price, yes. Way better. Look, he's got away from the Premier League, and he left the Premier League as a young kid, didn't he? So he's obviously developed and matured. I think he will do very well in the Premier League. Lookman, I don't disagree with this at all, Matthew, at all. Would I say he's better? Way better than Mitoma? Do you know what? I'm going to start this one. We're going to have some audience participation. People, if you had the choice, right now we were going to sign one of them. We don't know the price. Obviously, let's say Mitoma will be more expensive. But if you could sign right now Mitoma or Lookman, who would you take? Who would you take? I would love to come to Los Angeles, Daniel, and if ever I do, I'll let you all know. And then, like I said, if people are ever in Toronto, let me know. So we've had Lookman at 30. Lookman, Mitoma from Andre, Mitoma from Kamal. Lookman, I thought it would be more people said. Lookman seems to be creeping in the lead. It looks to be 3-1 with Lookman. It would look, Espinosa, you can keep saying gift door, but my God, what a fall from grace that one was with where he's going to be and where he's going to go. So it looks like Lookman has got it. It looks like, well, hopefully Sonny, I've missed Sonny coming to Toronto. Sonny has, or LAFC have played in Toronto before he came. So we'd have to wait till next season. But when he comes, I'll make sure that I go to the game and see Lloris as well. But it looks like Lookman was the winner. But we shall see. But there is potential to get him. I'll put it this way. If we could get him, If we could get him, I would love it. But I think Savinho is where we'll go, and that could be plan option B, should we say? Yeah, but Tottenham will be Brentford. Brighton are one of those, aren't they? Though Brighton are like Parish; they don't sell cheap. Just look at Chelsea and what the money they have taken off of Chelsea. It's good news. Tottenham has A to go. Yeah, look, we all think it's going to come. Oh, one more in that list, Vinay. There we go. Trying to imagine what Daigle would look like. Oh dear, do you know what? I'd get the wig. Well, thanks to Cody, I hate that. I'm going to bring up a picture. Scott M will know. Cody said a thing and it kind of got. Let's have a look. If people actually, I'm not going to say it because Scott M will say it and others will know it. Cody says, and it's got to the point where if I ever see him, I'm going to bring out the picture in question. I will ask for DNA tests because I actually think there is a family reset. It's that photo that it brings up. Okay, let's see if I can. Where we go? No, I don't want to unlike it. Where is it? Images. Let me find that photo in question. Okay, I need to find the one that makes it look like it. Okay, that one. Okay. Let me just zoom in. If you take, if people put who it's going to be, let's see if people have said it. I'm sure they would have. Cody Matters, anyone put it in? Me with Johan Langer, dearie me. But if people, in Gaudio, you're not too far away. You've got the kind of right hairstyle, but this man here, especially side profile, if you take away his, actually, it needs to be a better picture. Let me get the picture right, where he's got his full hair, out. If we go back, let's go back. Let's go. I need one with his full hair proper out. Where's the one that Cody always uses? Let's try that one. Yeah, let's go with that one. Okay, let's zoom in. If you take the hair away, wait a minute, I've got to share the screen. That would help, wouldn't it? Share screen. Let's get rid of the, you can't get rid of the ad. But if you take it would help if I actually get him in full frame as well, wouldn't it? If you take away that part of the hair, it's me. Honestly, it's worse when he looks side profile. When he's side profile, it is me. And it kind of started, Cody started this, and then it spread like wildfire. So I have been called Culinary, Lucas Moura, Cucurella, Poyol just now. There have been others that I have been called, but me with Thomas Frank here. Do you know what? Maybe for Halloween, which is my wife's birthday, if we go out to a party, I'll dress up like Thomas Frank. No one will have a clue. No one will have an absolute Scooby-Doo who I would be dressed as, but that's all part of the fun. That's all part of the fun. Where were we now? I've got to try and find it. What was the comment we were on? Trying to imagine what Daigle said. It's right there. Trying to remember, where is the comment? Where is the comment? Singing. Let's have a look. I'm trying to find that comment. I'm trying to find that comment that we were at. There we are. Found it. See you later on, brother. See you later on. We'll speak to you. Thank you for the super chats, buddy. Really appreciate it. Doubt Brighton sells. Agreed. No chance he's class. Curly has gone. Oh my God. They'd probably go to sit at the chair and fall off, mate. I would actually swap one of these. I don't know which one. And actually put Vlad Clearishes. And put Vlad Clearishes. Does everyone remember Vlad Clearishes? The courtroom dive. That would be we'll definitely need to get Eze before that feisty game. Oh yeah, mate. That's also a very good point. That is also a very Michael. We need Joe Watt. Forget him playing. I don't mind him playing against bloody whoever they're playing in Europe on Thursday. He cannot. We cannot allow him to play this Saturday. This deal has to get done. Good morning, Sheriff. Although it's not Sheriff too much, but we got another Sheriff in the building. Big up to you, Rick Kane. Good morning to you, buddy. You thought Palace hated Brighton more. Well, yo, mate, that is going to be one feisty game. And we know Crystal Palace's stadium, when they're rocking, they can be rocking. 15 goal assist in 25 last season. Are we talking about, brother, is that about Lookman or is that Matoma? Ashley, big up to you, Ashley. I really hope we don't bugger up yet. Yeah, I don't think we do. Ashley. But it wouldn't be a Spurs transfer without the drama of something like this. So I think we get done. Let them sing whatever they want to sing, that lot. Daniel, it's a kind of, mate, I think my parents go to see, no, they didn't. They went to see Lionel Richie at Wembley, not Queen, but I'd love to have seen Queen. Wicked, mate. No, it wasn't that. I've now, wait a minute, 1 second. I'm going to let you know the song. So the soundtrack. All right, soundtrack. I need to find. Oh, for God's sake! Right, what is it? Right, I'm looking at the song list now. 1, 2, where is it? Love of My Life. Thank you. Jesus, that was going to bug me. It really does bug me when I get things in my head and I can't remember the answer. So yes, all about that song is incredible. These are big up, Andre. Big up to you. Spurs can be very serious spoilers. We can do if we get things done. If we can get things done properly and have this window that we think or we're rumored to be having, we really could be. I would agree with you if everything goes through. I wouldn't say, but when you say dark horse, what are you saying dark horse for? You're saying dark horse for Europe, dark horse for stab at the top 4, but we could be. I mean, yeah. I mean that it really is mouth-watering, isn't it, Kamal? It really is goddamn mouth-watering. Frank is, mate. Frank, listen, Thomas Frank is right up here for me. I kept saying, even when we signed him, before it was officially announced, when it was like he is the one, I was like, people won't realise how lucky and we are to have him. And that was before the coaching staff as well. I honestly think we have got one of the most smartest thinkers and tactically astute managers, coaches in the Premier League. And I've heard, obviously, Ben Kaufman was talking about it yesterday with us. Then I went on Last Word on Spurs yesterday, and one of the guys I was with, Gary, spoke about the pre-season, pre-match drills and how the training or pre-match warm-up is so different. My God, I think that's a record that I've gone 1 hour 54 before the first yawn. We're making strides, people. We are making strides. I think we are, by the end of the season, even by Christmas, I think so many people are going to be on board with. If you remember when Poch came, Poch was very much in doubt, and then Harry Kane scored that deflected goal against Villa, and then things started changing. If people remember, funnily enough, the Man City game where Ericsson scored on Valentine's Day, or the day his birthday's Valentine's Day, or the day before. In fact, I think it was Valentine's Day. He scored on his birthday, and then Pochettino, here it comes, went over to the crowd, and the whole crowd started believing him, or believing where we're going. I think we're going to be on a similar trajectory with Frank. I think come Christmas, February, whatever, people are going to be looking at Thomas Frank and being like, the people that weren't sure on him or whatever are going to be fully behind him. I think I think we've got the best person available for the job. He's outstanding. West Coast Spur, big up to you, my friend. Unfortunately, the story of Eze or Savinho is a byproduct. Yeah, do you know what, West Coast Spur? I do agree that this has been a thing, but from what everything is saying or hearing, it's a lot more Palace's side, but you would always have your suspicion that they're sacking from Levy, and it's my go-to if the deal's stalled straight away. So I think this is more Palace this time, but it is, like you said, it is a byproduct of the past. There you go. It's 9-1. Yeah. Mate, voice notes are so much easier. And you know why? I always say this, why I do them as well. Sometimes I don't have the patience to just write a bloody long message. But also, sometimes the way you type a message can be perceived so wrong, or a misplaced comma or false bit of grammar. When you give a voice note, you know if the guy's joking about, if they're mad, if they're whatever the situation is. And it's just so much easier. Sheriff Brian, I want you to sing the song that fans normally sang at Tottenham Hotspur. I want you to sing the song that fans usually sang at the Tottenham Hotspur. There's many songs, Sheriff. Which one are you talking about? Voice note, hang out with Frank. I mean, kudos, you know my voice notes. That would be awesome. That would be awesome. The time of 4 years more comes in after. You could getting back. That could do. Doesn't. Oh, mate, if they do, let's just up the ante just for that. Why would he want to go there though? There's a lot of talk with Italy. Would he want to go there? Yeah. Sherazard, the filth took Campbell from us. We need to take Timber, Saliba, Rice, and Saka. Oh, mate, do you know what? If there had ever been a chance that we could have taken one of their players the way they took Judas from us, it'd have to be Thierry Henry. For me, it would have to be Thierry Henry. Listen, it never, well, obviously it didn't. I don't think we see that happen again for a long time. But can you imagine if we did take one of those players out for a free, just for shits and giggles? That'd be brilliant. Brian, Spurs page was big. What realistically, who and what positions? I've said I think we need obviously Eze, Savinho, and let's add Lookman. I'm gonna have Lookman as number 2 actually. Matoma I would have, but I just think it's way too complicated, and Brighton would need a replacement quick. So I would have Eze, the left winger. So let's just say Savinho, or I would want to sign a right back that could come in and play for Porro, because I really do think Spence is left back. And if Spence went left back, I'd obviously love to go get Robinson from... Sorry, Spence went right back. I'd love to get Robinson from... realistically. Would I think he's realistic? And then I don't... Do you know what? There was talk of Nkapie, but that's, like you said, realistically... I don't know. I would say, listen, if we could get Eze and Lookman or Savino, that'd be a damn good window from us. Damn good window. I wonder what other people think. Get your comments in, people. Lookman can play across the top. He can. Andre's just coming with a bang on comment. People saying Matoma's too old. He's 28. Eze's 27. Andre, you're bang on, buddy. You're bang on. Absolutely spot on, my brother. Kubo is he's come up, but again, do you know what? 70 million, around the 60, 70 million has become like the standard price of a transfer, hasn't it? I mean, I remember back in the days when Shearer was a 15 million pound world record transfer, and then it was like the 25, 30s. And now we're up at that kind of value, aren't we? Obviously, it's the money in football. I always say this name, Mika Tadzi. I probably butchered it, but yes, he would be good. He would be good. If we get Savino, even I and Tony would bet on us to win it. I just got that. I thought this was going about Ivan Tony being able to bang in the goal. Michael, I've just got that. Very good. Very, very good. Sonny just started to clap. Yeah, but that's not. Yeah, I get it, but you can't say that with everyone. Sonny, I will say this again. I not Kudos. You would have heard me say this a million times. So with Sonny, people would have heard me say this many years. Tottenham Hotspur, we overplay and undervalue people or players. When I say undervalue, I don't mean financially. I mean stars like Sonny and Kane and others. If you were fit, you play. There's no squad rotation. If you're fit, you're playing. You're starting regardless. And I think later in life and the way football's developed, that got the better of him because of how regularly he had to play. Back in the day, in the 80s and early 90s, you'd play every game. If you're fit, football's different now. So I don't think that Sonny was on the decline because I think he had way too much football and we didn't have any chance to rest him, rotate him, because if he was fit, he played. Yeah, we've been talking about Lutman, Martial. Oh, Jesus. If that was players that you wouldn't want to play for your football club, he is definitely one of them. When we have been linked with him before, yeah, Martial definitely. Yeah, but Kamal, you're saying that because Levy won't sign two old players. But yeah, would you say that? Well, Paulinho's one. Paulinho's what? Would he? And this is the thing, Kamal. If we're doing things differently, would we, or would that be way too much change? Would that be way too much change? You never know. You never know. Lookman got the more senior guy off for Fana's one as well. See, the names come out. There's certain names. Yeah, big shout out to Archer. When you next see him in your chat, mate. There you go. You got one new subscriber at least, buddy. I hope a few people have subscribed to him. I'm 15 away from 900. 15 away from 900. Come on, guys. Let's have a look if you've gone up. Let's see if you've gone up. Let me just check. If I go into channel now, you're still 15 unless it's showing different on yours. Hopefully we can get them to 15. There's 131 people in the chat. Surely we can get Nate to 900. Surely. Carry on, Amy. Mate, Jonathan David, I would have loved him to come to Spurs. I think he would have been so useful. Off the wing, up front if needed. I would have loved him to have come to Spurs. I would have loved it. Loved it. Let's fist up City. I would love it. That's why I would love it. And I actually think we will win. I think we will win. Frank, Mashina Joe, big up to you, buddy. Frank is a proper football mind. David Moyes is Boston Coglu. Mate, listen, no jokes aside. Should West Ham get off to a bad start and sack them, I wouldn't be surprised to see Postecoglou rock up at West Ham. I really wouldn't. Or a manager that loses his job in the Premier League first. I would not be surprised to see Ange Postecoglou linked to the job. Whether he takes it, we'll see. Yeah, he was, wasn't he? But he was young. He was doing so well at Charlton. Let's have a look. I'm going to have a quickly refresh. Has anyone else... let's have a, you've got up another one. You've got up to 886. Big up, people. I'm going to put... You know what? I'm going to do it one more time. I really want to get... This is what we do. Sava and We Are Tottenham TV and other people and us have tried to help other people and click the links in to get them there. So, guys, if you want some really good content and a different view and a new person on the scene, please click the link I've just put in there. I've just put it in there. We need 14 people to get him to 900. 14 people to get him to 900. David did just go to Juve. Yeah, he did. I'd have loved him. Stop with the gift or ban. I would love to, buddy. I haven't done Los Angeles. Would love to. Right now, we're at all the Lookman and Mitoma stuff. So let's just skip past where we were. Oh, mate, they are. I've started seeing it. They really are doing that, aren't they? They really are getting worried because they would have said Spurs have been making proper moves. You reject the premise we are getting Savini. Okay. I've got a feeling this is... I do have a feeling this will ramp up after we've played them. Yeah, but maybe we can. Maybe we can, buddy. I'd love to. I'd love to come to LA. There's parts of America I'd love to see. New Orleans, I really want to go see so I can go watch a Saints game, my first NFL game. Easier to play at Atlanta. There's a lot of people that are saying Lookman now. Yeah, he did that brilliantly, didn't he, Mike? He was unstoppable that game. So we're still going through the Matoma Lookman. Yeah, I don't think so. Could you imagine? This is just, we don't even need to touch this. Can you imagine if we didn't get Eze or Savinho and he came back for a third time? That would be... You can imagine what would happen. You would imagine what would happen. Ing to audio, big up. Take it easy. Yep. I really think we see something. Ben Kaufman's been saying every day, big up, Roy. Big up to you. There's a lot of Lookman. That number, yeah, mate. That it is a sick kit. It is a sick kit, and he's already the number one selling shirt in the world. We all knew it was going to happen. We all knew the demand for that man's shirt was going to go. You probably look at it when you're saying the most popular shirt in the world right now and everything that they do, they've probably made so much of that transfer fee back already just with his presence. And fair play to LA. Fair play and fair play to Sonny. Cody Mack, mate, miss him big time. Yeah, the polio hair. I hadn't been called that one, buddy. But you were close. You were close. What a player he was, though. What a player he was. Yeah, that you're right, Spurs Patriot. It is a problem. That's probably. And listen, you've got to be able to have fun at yourself and have the banter. And it is, mate. Cucurella, oh mate, no, Fellaini goes like that up there, doesn't it? But Cucurella, mate, how is that kid Belgrade? He's doing what? I don't actually. What I was about to say is I'm not too in the know with this is the American that played for Arsenal, if I'm right. Let's have a look. Belgrade or Bellegarde. How do you pronounce it? Bellegarde. Let's have a look. I'm sure I'm right with that. All right. Update. We're 9 away. We are 9 away for Nate to hit 900, which I will say for people that watch our shows and everything, a lot of work goes into this stuff, and Nate spends time to get shows prepared for everyone. If we can get him to 900 on this stream, it would be brilliant. It would be brilliant. But let's have a look at Bella Grade. I'm sure that was the ex-Arsenal one. Or I'm just waffling. Bella Grade, French. Oh, no. 1 second. Am I going nuts? Who is the American? Yeah, I don't know enough about him, Andre. Romero loves Cucurella's hair. He does. They're looking at Kamal. They are looking at. There'll be other suitors. If they come in, then we can chat. Yep. Oh yeah. I yeah. You'll never see me in that. Spanish Daigle. Hasta luego. Gracias. Yeah. Honestly, there's one photo where literally I've looked at it and has anyone actually got a picture of me and just put his hair on it? I reckon if I did one of those DNA, see where you're from, if I find out there's any trace of Spanish in my heritage, if I ever saw Cucurella, I would say, right, we need to do a DNA test, because I would not be surprised somehow, some way. Brian Flaney, yeah, let's hope that one. Let's hope this one doesn't catch on. Is this the plumber in the Carl Daigle out because he plays for Chelsea? Oh dear. Yeah, I've said. Yeah, it could be, buddy. People have said. I think I can't remember. I think Ben Kaufman said he's going to get me one. I think if I put it on and walk down the street, I might get looks. If I walk through West London with that wig on, might have to do a social experiment. Daiglerella. When you had that, all I heard is umbrella. When you said that, now that oh dear, you should see. Honestly, there's sometimes where I've seen when I'm watching, when I hear that Cucurella's done something, I'm like, oh my god, what have I done? Like when I'm watching Spurs Chelsea, I'm like, literally, people. Oh, I shouldn't have shown it. Everyone's favourite movie. Oh, 1 second, 10:51. Thanks for the super chat, Nate. I'm going to keep an eye on. I'm going to let you know if you get to 900. I don't know if you're still here. But you're still 9 away. So we'll get, at least you're only 9 away now. Everyone's favourite movie. Let's have a Spurs timeout. I have different. Let me just put Daigle's favourite movie. Where were we? People's favourite movie. Let's have a bit of a get to know you, people. We'll go back to where we were. Favourite movie, people. I have different. I am a massive fan of I love Gene Wilder. So Charlie and the Chocolate Factory is in the original. Is one of my favourite movies of all time. Then I love Snatch and Lock, Stock and Two Smoking Barrels. I love See No Evil, Hear No Evil, See No Evil, whichever way you want to. In fact, I'm going to watch Hear No Evil, See No Evil. You've got Cannonball. There's so many different movies. Snatch, I pretty much at one point knew the entire movie back to back. Back to back, off by heart. Oh, wait a minute. Ingta Audio has just said Training Day. One of my favourite movies of all time is Denzel Washington. If anyone has seen or has Remember the Titans is one of the greatest movies ever. It's just exceptional. Michael Hellman, good night, buddy. Thanks for all your support and the super chats. Let's hope we do get it. Here we go, next stream. Gladiator's a great shout. Casino is a great shout. Favorite movie, 9175. That's a very good movie with a great ending. Yep. But I've got Baby Cake. Welcome, Baby Cakes. Eze will be to Tottenham. Will be great. Fell asleep. Mid-time. What did I miss? Daigle's still live. Damn right. Top Gun. Joe up. I haven't seen Top Gun. Boogie Nights. Blood Diamond's a great movie. Blood Diamond is a great movie. John Wick is a fantastic. John Wick is a fact. Pulp Fiction's been named a few times. Do you know what? I think do you know what? Here we go. Let's mix this up because you remind. Pulp Fiction, I think, has one of the greatest soundtracks of all time. Greatest soundtracks. I would say Pulp Fiction and my dad's favorite movie of all time, which is The Blues Brothers. So, people, what would be the best movie soundtrack? You just gifted 2 minutes. Well, thank you. What I would say, before I forget, the patron. I'm sorry, Jack. The patron. We're going to be coming off the patron. So if anyone does want to get memberships, get the memberships via YouTube. But that will be ending soon on Patreon. But thank you very much indeed. We will be ending that shortly. But we are on here. Gifting memberships will always be open and available. But whoever has got them, fair play. And thank you, Jack. Let's have a look. So soundtracks, we got Braveheart is one of my favourite soundtracks, and Bloodsport. Good morning, Stuart, buddy. We've got Saturday Night Fever. One of my favourite movies as well. I love the Elton John movie, Rocket Man. And obviously when it's the kind of musicals, when it's like the Bohemian Rhapsody one, it's easy to say that. But I'm talking about movies that aren't about. But Saturday Night Fever is obviously Kingsman. What a movie. Oh my God, I'm getting so many movies that I'm thinking, oh, maybe I'll watch that tonight. Purple Rain, Lion King. Mate, listen, whenever you mention the Lion King, my cat that we had to put down a couple of years ago now, Simba, my love for that cat. So honestly, it's bad when I watch it. Whenever I'm watching it with my nephews or my niece, and I see Simba, I listen. Opening up that when I see Simba on Lion King, I shed a tear for my cat. The Beatles, Hard Day's Night, mate. Boogie Nights, Saturday Night Fever. 300 is a banger, mate. That is Armageddon. I'm not going to put what you put up. The Conjuring. One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest. Well, it's Tears 1, 2, and 3. A Few Good Men. We've got any other soundtracks coming in? The Departed. Trainspotting's got a great soundtrack, Psycho. Has got a great one. Tron soundtrack. Callum, good night, buddy. How do I, if so, all right, let me, I'll share my screen. So it's always hard to show people. Right, for people that if you ever do want to gift memberships, and like I said, you don't have to. There is no, you must. If I go onto YouTube, is the screen on there? Yeah. If you go on to Tottenham on Tour, you will see here, when you go into our main thing, you'll have either subscribe or join. And when you push join, where is gifting membership actually? You've got the two. I think gifting membership. What am I doing? Gifting member. I'm so stupid. If you want to gift memberships, sorry. Let's go on to here. Let's hope I haven't got the sound on. So this is like, I'm sharing my goddamn screen. Right. Let me stop the screen. Let me stop sharing my screen. Let's share the screen again. So if I go on to there. Right. On the chat here, where you see the dollar sign, you'll see it as it stops sharing. So, right. Is it sharing on the screen? Yeah. So where you see the dollar sign, you'll see membership gifting or membership. That's how you can become a member of the channel or gift memberships. But like I said, people, we love your support. We love what we do. If you would like to support the channel via gifting memberships, becoming a member super chat, brilliant. But if you don't and you just enjoy the content and want to be a part in the, there you go. Stuart has just put a members chat in. Oh mate, don't. Do you know what? Honestly, with you can't share a picture in here, Esponico. You won't be able to share any pictures in here, unfortunately. One birthday during COVID, said to my wife, "What do you want to do for your birthday?" She was like, "I want to watch all the classic movies, or a day where I get to pick every single movie." I was like, "Okay." And the first one she wanted to watch was this one. I know it might be a cult classic. If I would rather stick pins in my eyes and cause myself pain than ever go through watching this movie ever again. It was the biggest what the hell have I just watched ever. And I refuse to ever watch it again. Our Blazing Saddles, mate. Blazing Saddles is brilliant. There's also one, a very, very old one of his, and you'd have to be Jewish like myself to get the humor, called the Cisco Kid. The Cisco Kid is one of the funniest movies, but it's Jewish humor. So but it's brilliant. But also, I saw who put it in here. I think it was Daniel. Listen, like I said, we're Soiree banking issues. There's no, like I said, we don't. We just love that you're being part of the community and everything. Yes, we'd love your support of the channel, but just having these shows with you and doing it with you is great. I saw someone, oh my good God, Rumi, my ride or die, in the chat for 19 months. Big up to you. Fast and Furious, Beverly Hills Cops, Bad Boys. I saw someone, but I can't. There it is. This is a very good shout for greatest movie soundtrack. Very, very, very big shout for greatest movie soundtrack, without a doubt. Without a doubt. Right, let's get back on to football, people. Where were we? Unless you bring in questions, like I said, this is just chill and banter. If you have any questions for me that is non-football you want to know, whether it be about YouTube in general or lifestyle or favorite things that we're doing, whatever. But if we want to go back to Tottenham, we'll go back to Tottenham. Yeah, look, Elana, my wife, loves. I saw someone else put favorite movie, Spaceballs. Spaceballs is hysterical. Absolutely hysterical. Is mate, Joe, I'm gonna go to bed tonight and I'm gonna be clusterfucked with what movies do I watch. But I think Hear No Evil, See No Evil is winning. We could listen. All one of the Made in Manhattan, Jennifer Lopez. Listen, I don't mind the odd rom-com. Every Christmas I have to watch Love Actually. Made in Manhattan, a movie with Jennifer Lopez. What could possibly be wrong? Talk about Savinho. I keep using at the moment the gift from George Michael. God, I have faith, the faith. So let's do it. Let's have that faith. That'll be a very, very short movie. That'll be How to Kill 10 Seconds. And that's being generous. I introduced my boys to Spaceballs and now all the time. I bet. Honestly. So, do you know what? I only saw Jaws for the first time about, how many years have we lived here? Coming up? About 9 years ago. It was the first time I ever saw it. Last Christmas, it's like, okay, yeah, do you know what? Whilst we're having this, what movie do you have to make sure that you see every Christmas? It doesn't even need to be Christmas themed. Like Love Actually obviously has that. I have to watch Charlie and the Chocolate Factory, the Gene Wilder one, every Christmas. Every Christmas. But what movies? It doesn't. I watch The Holiday with Jack Black, Cameron Diaz, Kate Winslet, and Jude Law. With my wife. That's another one. Yeah, Home Alone is one that I'm waiting to see how long it takes to say Die Hard. Signing off, Spurs Patriots. Big up, brother. Thank you for always being here on these late night ones. There will be another one this week. There will be another one this week for sure. Elf. What else got? Marathon Man. John, oh yeah, mate. John Candy. I miss John Candy. What an absolute legend. What an absolute legend. Christmas Story. So, mate, do you know what? You just right. Are you talking about the Tim Allen one? That's another one. That's another one. National Lampoon. Do you know? Kudos. National Lampoons. Of all of them, I always watch. Oh, do I watch that tonight? The one when they go to Wally World or the European Vacation. They're the only two I keep watching. National Lampoons is. Oh, mate. A few years ago, we always used to watch We're Going on a Bear Hunt. Okay. Cable Guy. Can't get used to it, mate. Yeah, that is true. You know, honestly, when you watch it, Gavin and Stacey, I love watching anyway. Christmas stuff. Yeah. It's because it's Love Actually is Christmas. There is Christmas bits to it. I honestly, every Christmas I watch that movie. The Sound of Music, Willy Wonka, exactly, West Coast, but I don't know what it is about Christmas and Willy Wonka. I don't know if it. I think back home in England, they used to always be on at Christmas time, and it's kind of just become a thing. Planes, Train. Oh, what a movie! What a movie! Christmas Vacation. Oh, mate, Blues Brothers. Honestly, I have it downloaded. I have it on every device. It is such a. Maybe I watch Blues Brothers. Oh well, I do you know what? I'll be up all night thinking about what movie I actually watch. Nightmare Before Christmas. Here we go. Look at this. We are talking about what movies do we watch at Christmas whilst the August transfer window comes to a close. Not necessarily a film, but mate, yeah, this is the thing. It don't have to be at Christmas. There are so many movies. Oh, mate, they are, mate. It's been a long time since I've gone. There will be times where those epic rants. When I first came onto YouTube, my God, the rants, the absolute shouting, screaming. My best friend's wedding. Okay, Charlie the Chocolate. Do you know what? West Coast Spur, you and me are like this. Although I did watch it, and the reason I watched it is I was living at a place where literally, right, when I was living in Israel, there was a war going on in 2006. I'm not going politics or whatever, but literally, we were trapped indoors all day, and a mate had come back from England with a host of knocked off DVDs or DVDs that he burned, and we watched all of them. And I do mean all of them, except one. And we're like, oh my God, we're going to have to watch it. And I gave in, and I wish I hadn't. I will never, ever watch it again. It is only Willy Wonka, although I will say the movie that came out last year, the remake of Wonka, like the how he became Wonka, and I can never say the guy's name who's the main character, was brilliant. Big up, Liam. Good evening to you, buddy. Have a good night. Cocaine Bear is a lot. Mate, that used to be my time. That used to be my time. Mate, the Mask Grace Ventura top movies. They were top movies. 23 Hour Street. Do you know what? I would wish 23 hours. I keep meaning to do, but because of my energy levels and my health levels and everything that's been up and down, I want to do a 24-hour stream for mental health and addiction charities. But I just don't want to commit to it because I know I don't think I'd be able to. So we will be doing another mental health and addiction stream soon, probably after the window. We try and do them as quite regularly. So we'll try and go. Jason, do you know what? I haven't seen either. Any news regarding Rubia? At the moment, the news is there is no news. What I would say with this one is personally, I don't think, and this is just my opinion, this will gather any momentum or it will probably gather momentum, obviously, via Twitter and social media and YouTube, whatever. I personally don't think it will gather major traction for legitimate sources until after we played them. It's a Wonderful Life. Charlie and the Chocolate Factory has I love Gene Wilder is just it. Talk about more. I cannot talk. I would not have a clue, Kamal, unfortunately. Top Gear, Middle East Special to Bethlehem. Okay, that would be. I've never driven a car in my. I love the look of cars. I don't know a lot about cars. I'm not a motorhead or whatever you want to call it. So those are your comments. What the hell he lived? Yeah, I lived there for 3.5. 3.5. 2. I lived there for some time. 2.5. Sim, I don't care. Let it all burn. Ange Postecoglou must leave tonight. Okay. Big up, Adrian. Good evening to. Hello, sir. Joining us. I from what I remember, you're in England. Joining us at 4:30 in the morning. Good morning to you, Adrian. You've missed a stream where we've spoken about transfers, favourite foods, favourite songs, the fact I look like many footballers, mainly Cucurella. Now we're on, for some reason, I don't know how, it was me that brought this up, famous Christmas movie or movies you have to watch over Christmas, even if they're not Christmas related. And then we're at the part of the show where we're just going through the comments, like we do the whole show, but the comments could be anything. Okay, I'm going. Take it. Come out. See you later on, buddy. 8 crazy nights, Adam Sandler. Whoop. Big up, Greg. All the way in Florida. Harry Potter. My wife does that. And my nephews love it. I always get this mixed up. Is True Lies the one with Jamie Lee Curtis? Or is it the other one? I always get it mixed up with that one with Jamie Lee Curtis. Yeah, it is. Because the other one's Last Action Hero, isn't it? If True Lies is the one, malware, just say yes or no. Yes, there you go. I knew you'd be quick. Yeah, the one. Oh, do I watch that tonight? Oh, God. I'm going to be going to this later on. This is my movie selection for a little bit of time. Life of Brian, no pun intended. Yeah, no, listen, a lot of people say that. Psycho Teacher Great. Okay, you were talking about that. Tom, do you know what? I hadn't watched the Star Wars movies until I made a deal with my wife that for every Star Wars movie we watch, she'd watch a Fast and Furious. I've watched them now up until we saw it the first Christmas I was here. So 2017. 2017, whatever Star Wars came out then was the last one I saw, and I will never watch any of them ever again. Any new ones I won't. Just weren't my cup of tea. Although I love Spaceballs, which is a piss take of it. But Brian, 80s TV dramas in another category of goodness. Brian, 80s, listen, TV dramas, listen, people will know my biggest, I watched without foul, I love my EastEnders. I am an EastEnders super fan. The 80s, so in the 80s, I was up until I was 11. So 80, we had some great dramas. One of my favorite British dramas, and it's a lot later. If anyone has watched or has access to watch the BBC TV series, Hustle. Hustle is one of the greatest BBC dramas, or whatever you want to call it. I love Hustle. Hustle was one of the greatest. Yeah, we got that one. Star Wars, bloody Star Wars. Now this people of Britain or people expats. The one thing I loved about family Christmas back home is you'd have your Christmas dinner, you'd be doing stuff, but the whole family got round the TV for Only Fools and Horses. Only thought you'd stop what you're doing, the whole family. And when they stopped it, it was like, what do we do? And then they brought the 3 back, didn't they? Oh, do I watch Only Fools and Horses tonight? I really wish I hadn't got onto this. Oh, I'm watching about a million things. Yeah, well, it is raining. I've heard it. I think it's slowed down, but it was raining earlier. This strip, mate, listen. The great thing is, obviously, at this time of night, where it's coming up to midnight here, we can keep talking Spurs. We can keep talking whatever. But there are times where it's like, do you know what? I am really trying to build with this show specifically. Sundays, I'm going to be doing it every single Sunday without fail, unless I'm ill or blah, blah, blah. And it is going to be to build this channel up. But there is really no late night Spurs show. And when I say late night, 9 o'clock really isn't late for me. And where Scott is, it's 2 hours behind. And where Eugene is, it's 3 hours behind. And time zones all over the world. But I am really enjoying doing these shows. Really enjoying having the people on board, whether you're at work, you're at home, you can't sleep, you're getting ready for work, you've just got home from work. It's all about, oh Jesus. What a AK Skeggs, please. Daigle, do you appreciate? Yes, I do. The best one of those is The Pianist by a country mile. The Pianist is one of the movies that are very, very moving and touching to me. Now I'm in front. Okay, obviously, mate, you're okay. So you're on the same time zone as me, buddy. You're on the same time zone as me. Oh, Chitty Bang Bang. Ben, oh, mate. Going back to the Christmas, non-Christmas, I love all 3 of those. One of the funniest things with Chitty Bang Bang, my cousin, who I'm very close with now, is living in New York, and I've got to go over and see him, or he's going to come here. He was, I can't remember, is it the Child Snapshot? I can't remember what his name was. My cousin used to literally couldn't watch him on TV. But then again, me and him at the same time, when Michael Jackson brought Thriller out and he changed to the Werewolf, me and my cousin, who would have been what at the time? 6, 7? That change of Michael Jackson from Thingy to the Werewolf, we used to literally run out of the room screaming. Look, it's taken this long to get Die Hard mentioned. It's taken that long. Oh, mate, Johnny English, the first one. Oh, I've got to watch those. My God. Yeah, I Johnny English is hysterical. English humor at his fight. I mean, Rowan Atkinson on his day is brilliant. Yep. Let's have a look. Used to be so okay. How to Lose a Guy in 10 Days. That was when I said about True Lies. True Lies is Cheech and Chong. Well, we're still doing movies. Mr. and Mrs. Smith. That's Jolie and Brad Pitt, isn't it? Matrix, all good. I mean, next Christmas I'm going to be watching Tottenham treble winning highlights. Oh, could you imagine? Do you know what? Gremlins, another movie I haven't seen. A lot of people, especially my wife, like, how have you not seen it? And the only correct answer is Muppets. Mate, how can you not love the Muppets? My favourite movie was watching and singing. That is cinema. When you do a 24-hour stream, you could do a movie watch along to go. I could, But the only thing is, as soon as I play it live on here, copyright. Oh, mate. 40 Towers. 40 Towers is one of the funniest things. I put it, my favourite 3 British comedies from obviously BBC, Only Fools and Horses, 40 Towers, and I do love The Vicar of Dibley. And Men Behaving Badly, but Vicar of Dibley, and One Foot in the Grave. Vicar of Dibley I always find hysterical. Yeah, no, for me, it would always be Only Fools. 40 Towers would always be second. For me, Only Fools and Horses is the greatest comedy ever written. Period. I will die on that hill. Yeah. If you're talking about now, when you say chef, are you talking about the old school, old day? I'm going to go to the bottom of the comments, Greg, because I want to know your comment. Because then I'll. Are you talking about the one with Lenny Henry where he's a Michelin star chef? Is that the one you're talking about, Medic? Greg, sorry. Are you talking about that chef on BritBox, or is there a different show that's been made? I'm waiting for your comment. I am waiting for your comment. Ramsey, I whilst I'm waiting for his comment, I love Ramsey. I love Gordon Ramsay. I love Gordon. I want to go see the theatre version of 40 Towers. I want to go see that big time. But I'm thinking, Greg, you haven't commented, so you might not even be here. But I'm thinking if that's the one with Lenny Henry as the chef, then it's a very, very good show. Do you know what? The Only Fools and Horses is one of those shows, or you've probably got people like over here, like you can say the same with Friends and comedies that like Frasier. I love Frasier. Frasier is one of my favorite comedies of all time. But that bar scene and the blow up dolls, there's so many scenes and episodes where you know what's coming. You've seen it 100,000, whatever amount of times, yet you still laugh. You still laugh. You're telling me nobody watches. Do you know what? I think I've seen one of those movies. I don't like horror movies. Oh, look who's made it in. Chop Cheese is in the building. It's not a stream unless he creeps in with a late hello. Big up, Brian, mate. Have a great night, and I hope you're excited as excited as me for Eze. We all are. We all are, buddy. Luke Danaruma. My God, that is a hard one for me to get through. Big up, buddy. You're a legend. I hope you are good as well. I saw you said a minute ago, what time is it in Canada? There are different time zones here, but currently in Toronto or in Eastern time, it is 11:43 p.m. Oh, Mr. Pellegrini, my God, the English people that have stayed up. This is what it's all about. This is what it's all about, people. It's only 8:40. See, look, this is it. See, Thomas just got home from work, but he does work nights, so that's understandable. And we're still going strong, people. We are still going strong. Yeah, I can understand that. I can understand. Listen, people can or can't. As you know, it's a subject I keep away from on social media. I don't mind having it here with you guys right now because we have our lovely community here but I keep as far away from these kind of things as possible because of everything that goes on. I did say The Pianist. The Pianist is I'm sure it's called you're making me double get. I'm sure it is called The Bloody Pianist. Let's have a look. Why am I double guessing myself? Yeah, it is. Yes, it is. I am talking about The Pianist. Yes, I was right. I was doubting myself. Yes, I was. I remember last year at Christmas I watched Now You See Me. Yeah, that mate. Did you know there's actually a third one coming out? I'm waiting for it to be released. I actually want to go see Nobody 2 this week. If people watch Nobody was a quality movie. Remember having to get the TV times and radio, mate. Oh, they were fantastic. Even when back home now, they put it in obviously in all the newspapers, Adrian. When you get the Christmas edition of the TV guide, you got to, mate. It's brilliant. Describe Marmite in one word. Mwah! Love it, or not love it. That's 2. Beautiful. Marmite. I'm a massive Marmite lover. Marmite, definitely. Winds of War, The Remembrance. Yep. Hammer House of Brian, don't forget Goodfellas, top movie. Lethal Weapon, right, I've got to remember. Lethal Weapon is the Mel Gibson one, isn't it? I've only seen 1 and 2. Only Fools and Horses is damn right. Marmite, no, that's not one word. Eyes shut from Express Monaco. Muppets of Christmas from Kudos. Toothy Drake, good night to you, buddy. Good night to you. Only Fools and Horses. Favorite movie is Godfather 1 and 2. Yes, Minster. Yeah, that was good. You can treat a film watch along like a Spurs watch along. We watched the same film. Oh, mate, that would be quality. What a way to do it. Still going. Listen, I normally do the 3 to 3.5, and I think we'll be hitting 3.5. I am feeling that we can go for a bit longer. Ramsay's Kitchen Nightmare. I'll tell you one thing, American MasterChef shits all over a UK MasterChef. I am obsessed with American MasterChef and the way that Canada MasterChef do it as well. Such a different format. See, I love anything Gordon Ramsay. I love Gordon Ramsay. And what I love about him as well is how different he is out of the kitchen, off the cameras. Like when he's in the kitchen, you see him, he's an absolute don't get in his way. But off camera, he just seems like a proper, genuine, down-to-earth guy. That was the one. Yeah, okay, wicked. Yeah, the Lenny Henry. So wicked, very clever and a bit ahead of its time. Brilliant. Oh my God, flashback, Real McCoy. You like it? Mate, I found one person that ever says when they say you love it or hate it. Once in my life have I seen someone say I like it. Adrian, you are number 2, my friend. You are number 2, my friend. Kitchen Nightmares is addictive, mate. Honestly, it is. He's got a new. He's actually got a new show as well. I can't remember what it's called. We're watching it at the moment. Secret Service, where he goes in and someone has complained within the staff, whether it be the owner or family or wait, where a restaurant is absolutely falling to its knees, and he goes in and does it all. But also, is there anyone in the show in the stream right now? One of my favorite reality shows. Do you know what? Dietrich has come in, and literally, it's like does anyone watch or heard of this? Because Bar Rescue is one of the greatest shows. John Taffer, I adore. John Taffer as well is literally. I've got one of my very, very good friends, Andreas, messaging me watching as well from Mexico. Bar Rescue is, mate, I love it. And I tell you what, John Taffer, I've spoken to him many times via Twitter, is a top guy. Top guy. Mate, do you know what? There is obviously with all these things, Eugene, is there a bit of, but he puts his name to things. I love Bar Rescue. I love Bar Rescue. What a top show. It's like you literally read my mind, Mr. Dietrich Kane. I thought I hope you're good as well, buddy. Mate, you've got to love. Yeah, damn right. I've just got it. Yeah, you can see. Damn right. Are we? So when are we doing this again, Mike? If you're talking about Late Night Lilywhite, it will be every Sunday without fail, unless I'm ill or an emergency comes up. And I'm going to try and drop 1 or 2 every single week throughout the week. But today I was going to do it, or this one, because we got the Eze news. Who knows if we get it? Could be tomorrow. Might be Thursday. There will be another one this week for sure. Sundays are guaranteed. I always put on my Twitter. I don't know if you follow me on social media, Mike. I always put it on my Twitter when I'm going to do it. But I might start putting it in the community section as well, so you guys know. I found a third person that just likes Marmite. What is going on? What have you started, Adrian? My boss, English, so I understand the football, and he's starting to become a Spurs fan. Come on. I watched the weekday games at work. Yep, wicked. That's great. That's great. Spread the good word. Spread the word. Kid horrible. See what you did there now, mate. No. Tottenham. Our Tottenham are the Marmite. Yeah, that's true. But you could say there were quite a few clubs, couldn't you? Bar Rescue. That's where we got to. My US family. Honestly, it really is their slogan. You either love it or you hate it. Is so spot on. Oh, mate, I loved it when it was Exhibit. When that show first started getting its pop culture show, I loved it. That is always a good film, a good thing to watch. Chef's Table is the best chef show. My wife went to culinary school. She loves her cooking shows. If she's got the TV, there's a cooking show on. Whether it be, there used to be Eugene and Scott. You might remember it. Obviously, if you watch these kind of shows, and judging by this, Eugene, there used to be like a donut show where they used to get lumbered with weird ingredients, and they had to make savory donuts. There's a barbecue show. There's drive-bys. Oh dear, that would be a good cooking show. Drive-bys, wouldn't it? Drive-throughs, diners and dives, or something like that. She watches everything bloody cooking. Do you know what? I read that wrong. I've never watched an episode of this ever, and don't plan to. But another British comedy, and we used to nickname my grandma, God bless her. She used to love it. Do you people remember Keeping Up Appearances with Hyacinth Bouquet? That was a very, 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 very funny comedy show. Whenever I see it, it reminds me of my grandma. Yeah, but mate, honestly, how could you not love that? How could you not love that? The dog hours. Have a look. What else we got? MacGyver. Do you know what I did? I have started, and I'm so pissed off that they haven't done that. They actually took it off when they made the reboot of Knight Rider. I loved it. It wasn't as good as David Hasselhoff and whatever, but the reboot of Knight Rider was epic. And also, do you remember back in the day, Street Hawk, the bike? They were good days. How many times has Ben said get it? Ben hasn't said get it done. He has said today is the day. I remember the first day he said today is the day, and I said it'll be a Spurs player. I said, and I'm now have a £100 bid for Joe Lewis's yacht accepted, and I'm still waiting for that bid to be received. But it could be tomorrow. Knight Rider, yeah, that's not. I didn't even see you say that in there. Whiplash, didn't even know that was a movie. In all honesty, big up Blissy, buddy. Scott, what a movie! What a movie. God, Stuart with the I Love Marmite. Go on. Marmite with ham. That is a combination I don't think I've had. That is a combination I will be trying. But yeah, that was when it was Twiglets. Hell yes. Mate, American Idol. Do you know what they've brought Canada's Got Talent over here? And the only good thing about it is Trish Stratus. It's not that the Canadians don't have talent. I find Britain's got talent. Yes, you got the great judges, but you got to love Ant and Dec. You've got to love Ant and Dec. And why is my mouth frozen? Why has my mouth frozen? Twiglets from... Oh, mate. Do you know what I love? Why has my mouth frozen? Am I going to have to go get a battery change, for fuck's sake? There we go. There we go. Twiglets I love. The only thing you can't get... The only bad thing about Twiglets is the bloody stains that it leaves on your goddamn hands. Like Cheetos over here. Jesus Christ, Cheetos. It is literally... birds of a feather. Birds of a feather. That is a quality. What's a classic that was? Danielle over in Australia. Big up to you. Yeah, let's hope we can get it done in the next 24 hours. Let's hope we can get it done in 24 hours. His old mate and his best man actually played one game for us. Oh, okay. Can't remember the name, but he sent me the pro. Find that out. Find it out, Adrian, and let us know next stream. Don't I can't do the Bake Off. I didn't even watch it when we were back home. Actually, one of my favourite reality shows, just because me and my mum watch it and then just take the piss out of it the whole way through, is The Apprentice with Alan Sugar. So I could win, if I could just come up with a business plan, I could win The Apprentice. Some of the people on there are so like, I don't know how they get on there, probably for the ratings. Yes, they do. I will say, from what I remember, Malware, if someone had said to me at the beginning of this show, we'll be talking about do the people in the UK rate Simon Cowell, I wouldn't have guessed we'll be having this conversation at close to midnight and close to 5 a.m. back home. Simon Cowell, when it all started, had the bad boy, you know, the judge that everyone loves to hate. But he's become I wouldn't go as far as a national treasure, but people in England love him now. People will love him. That's hardcore. To dip Twiglets in Marmite, that is something. Although I will say, Marmite and lettuce sandwiches. We had ham and Marmite. Lettuce and Marmite is what my mum loves. I tried it. My God, bagging. Big up, Destiny. We will see you tomorrow. That's it. Drive-ins, diner. So it's not drive-by, Scott. There's no drive-bys, diners and dives. I can't believe that. What's a chocolate digest? Yeah, I'm not too... I prefer the normal digestives. Do you know what? I don't know why. This, Dexter, and another one, me and Alana tried to start watching, and for some reason we just couldn't get involved. The box set we are watching right now, and we're almost at the end of season 2. Is what's it called? Blacklist on Netflix. What a box set that is. The box set for... I'm going to go down to the bottom. Let me keep Eugene starred. Is anyone watching or seen? I mean, one of my favourite box sets on Netflix, and I've got so many people to watch it, is Designated Survivor with Kiefer Sutherland. With Kiefer Sutherland, it is... but is anyone watching The Blacklist? It gets silly after 4 seasons. Eugene. So yeah, I am literally, we are almost at the end of season 2, or I think we're 3/4 of the way through season 2. Band of Brothers is so good. I just haven't watched it. Tom's just finished The Blacklist. I think I got to season 4 or 5 of The Blacklist. But yeah, Designated Survivor. Designated Survivor is fantastic. Is absolutely fantastic. Yeah, Blacklist is a top. Really enjoying it. Really enjoying it. Sub to Tottenham Hotspur has just become a YouTube member. Big up, Jack. Thank you for your support of the channel. Yeah, we're talking Blacklist at the moment. Oh, Jesus. S. Monaco, I'm going to leave that. Oh, man. I'm going to leave that. But Sub to Tottenham Hotspur has just gifted 5 memberships to people. So if you have been given a membership by Jack, please thank him. Thank you, Jack. Really appreciate your support of the channel. Legend. Oh, Eugene's become a member. Wait a minute. No, Eugene was a member. I'm sure he was a member. Okay, there you go. Blacklist got silly for me as well. Couldn't do what season. I had to create a second account for this for some reason. I thought, oh, mate, thank you. You didn't have to, but thank you very much indeed. Thank you very much indeed. Sherman, Ben loves this show. Kaufman loves this show. Absolutely loves this show. I don't know what it is. I can't. These kind of shows I just can't get into. Things have to get my attention quickly. Things have to get my attention very, very quickly. But I'll tell you another. It depends what kind of things you love. I don't know if people have seen. There's a brilliant drama, and it's one of these ones that go during the series. It's based on a family. It does present, future, and past. If anyone, it was massive over here, and I mean massive. If anyone has not seen, or what, if you have seen it, talk about it. If you haven't, I cannot recommend This Is Us more. It is an emotional roller coaster of laughter, of tears. It is one of the most cleverly written and brilliant family shows of all time. It is literally, I can't recommend This Is Us more to people. Where was it? Brian, I should be making music, but your streams are legends. Oh, Daniel, thank you, buddy. Thank you very much indeed. This is meant to, I'll tell you another one that was good. Was, oh, Jesus. There's been a few with the Lockerbie disaster, and there's one with, I think it's Colin Firth, I think, and it's just magnificent. Magnificent. Do you know what? I will say that there will only ever be, in my lifetime, one mothership, and that's We Are Tottenham TV, and that's because of everything they do for this community. They have forged, whether people love them or hate them, they have forged a massive community with, like a family tree, so to speak. My love for that channel, there's nothing I won't do for that channel ever. I've done it before. Thankfully, we've got a few other people. If we were about to do a show and they needed me, I will go to them. When they unfortunately, obviously, when the legend of Grandpa passed away, I obviously speak to Ben and Simeon a lot. Ben pretty much every single day, and I kind of knew it was coming. And when they let me know, unfortunately, that day come, and Ben let me know, I think it was 3 o'clock in the morning my time. Straight away, I was like, listen, whatever you need, take your time off. And obviously I took over We Are Tottenham TV for the time. There is nothing they would never do for me, and it's vice versa. It is vice versa. What they have done for me mentally, emotionally, personally, They will always, always, always be there. There's nothing I won't ever do for them. Ever, 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 ever. They need me. I come running. We could be the if they're the mothership, we could be the what? The uncle ship, the auntie ship. Is that what we call ourselves? We'll be number 2 in line if we could make it there, and that's what we're trying to do. And with this stream, obviously a lot of it came with us needing to be consistency, and it's with your great support. It's with your great support, people. That is a great show. I saw before, and I may have missed it. Someone put the In-Betweeners. The In-Betweeners is just incredible. The greatest movie. Okay, that's good. That I can emotional roller coaster. Yeah, that you thought I was talking about Spurs, mate. People, no one has said about This Is Us. I don't know if we got there. There you go, my man Scott M. Scott, why am I surprised? This Is Us, honestly. And normally, because of my ADD and everything, I can't deal with the skipping forward, skipping back. It is expertly done. I have hit 3 hours. I've hit 3 hours, 6 minutes. We are, yep, that could be the new name. Big up, Baz. I've just seen you in here, buddy. Big up to you. The young ones, oh my God, that's old. That's old. Rick Mao, I mean, Bottom. We didn't even mention Bottom. Jesus Christ, what an absolute, what's the word? Iconic. Is iconic the right word to talk about that comedy show? Watched This Is Us twice, one on my own, then yeah. Honestly, it is honestly, This Is Us. I cannot. Breaking, here we go. It's officially 12 a.m. now on Wednesday, and Dave was still, yep. So hopefully the SA News for this stream, for doing it, they're going to reward us with it. They'll reward it. And he's going to build us. Oh dear. Dear. Me and my son was out with Ben and Sim in the truck. Yeah, listen. Tommy, obviously, Tom is a very, very close friend of mine. Very, very, very close friend of mine. Family, more to the point. And thankfully, through everyone all meeting up, we do get to hang out with your Bens and Sims and other people. And that's another part of this community that people don't see. Not only is it built 114 of you still here talking about when we are talking absolute waffle now. Absolute, let's just get to know each other better, have fun, chill and chat. And you get to know each other. There's people that we have met that you never thought you would have met. And it's just incredible. It's it was you, Aussie. It was you, Aussie Frank Lover. Yeah, the In-Betweeners is just, it's just, mate, what a series. As a, can't you see, sometimes you're moving. Oh, mate, that's banging. I might use that tomorrow. Oh, you said Bottom? See, Ruby, there you go. There you go. I must have missed it. Fishcock, yeah, that is a classic. That is a classic. Oh, you do love your puns. Mate, actually saying, oh, what did that just remind me? That is them. Oh, no. When I saw that one of, actually, this might be the two movies that I do. I love Billy Crystal, Robert De Niro, Analyze This, Analyze That. Those two movies have me absolutely in floods and floods of tears. Them two together were brilliant. I love the DC series that were intertwined with each other. See, I even get it mixed up. My favorites are Spider-Man or Iron Man. Iron Man's Marvel, isn't it? Yeah. I'm more of a Marvel person. Danny Kaye was Danny Kaye on time? Was Danny Kaye on time for the parade? Buddy, good night, Jack. Good night, Jack, buddy. Have a good one. We'll speak tomorrow. Paul has joined us. Became a fan when Sonny joined us. Stayed because of desk. Poch and this community right here. Big up to you, Paul. Big up to you. Always a pleasure to see people like yourself in the chat. Have you watched Billions with Dwayne The Rock Johnson? What do you reckon, Sherman? What do you reckon? I haven't watched it for a long time, but anything with Dwayne The Rock Johnson has pretty much been watched by me. Oh, mate. Father Ted. Father goddamn Ted. City Slickers. Father Ted is just insane. Is just insane. I think we have spoken a little bit of football, but look, how long can you talk Manchester City, transfer window, Levy? Well, actually, that subject, I probably could do a 24-hour stream on my head thinking of that one. But this is it. Now we've reached extra time. I will probably wrap it up in about 20 or so. But it is good to just sit here, chill and chat. And you know what? It's nice sometimes just to have a relaxing one, chill. And you know what? I honestly end these streams when I do. I'm like, you know what? I really enjoy these ones. I literally sit there and go, do you know what? I've really enjoyed speaking with you guys. And you got to remember as well, not only are we talking about this stuff, one of the things that which blows my mind is for 3 hours non-stop with no guests, I'm able to hold a great chat with you all. You all at your keyboards, me just waffling away. And I never thought I'd have the confidence to do it for this amount of time and this long. So it is good. I mean, I'm sure deadline day when we do this, there will be loads to talk about football-wise. Do you like the? No, it wasn't the best, but you know one of my favourite rock movies? One of my favourite rock movies, one of his earliest ones, The Game Plan, which is like Big Daddy with Adam Sandler, where he's the American footballer and his daughter gets to... Oh, do I watch that tonight? Oh, my God. I'm literally going to be going through movies. I don't know what I'm going to watch. Good night, Dave, brother. Good night, brother. We'll see you soon. Entourage is one I keep saying I've got to watch. That's bull. Oh, for fuck's sake. So then no. No. Then Billions, I don't think I... Then I have... Wait a minute. The one with The Rock I have seen. If Billions isn't with The Rock, then no, I haven't seen it, and I've just waffled for the longest time about it. Billions is one show I haven't watched. Might need to try it. How's it? This is my earliest memories around my grandparents, God bless them, loved Ronnie Corbett, Ronnie Barker, one of the best comedy duos I think I've ever seen. They were, but when it comes to British comedians, Jasper Carrot, I have watching Jasper Carrot shows sometimes. I have laughed. So you know when you say your ribs are hurting, he has had me in tears. In tears. Yeah, we can talk football anytime. That's right, buddy. That's right. Oh, here we go. Whom do you rate higher between Madders and Eze? Shazza, you brought this back to football. Let's have this one. Let's have this one. For me, put it this way, Shazza. I wanted Eze the time we signed Maddison. So for me, it's Eze. Not just because he's coming now, and for me, without a doubt, it is Eberechi Eze. What is the other people? Where are we going? Maddison or Eze, people? Maddison or Eze? See, Rumi, Jasper Carrot. Any Given Sunday is a great football movie, but I love Draft Day. Remember the Titans. Me, none. First of all, I love saying this when people ask this question. I'm a 17-year and 8 days away from saying 17-year, 1 month recovering alcoholic who's been sober for that amount of time. used to be a major cocaine addict. Haven't done that for years. So neither. Life and enjoying your company is what I'm high on right now. Top movie. Top movie. Top movie. Tommy Cooper. Oh, he was brilliant. Brilliant. So we've got Eze. Early out, yes, managed beats. With the early out, well, it depends where you are. If you're back home in England, where I think you are, then yes, it's very, very early for you. Grown-ups and grown-ups too, that is good. Madders, Eze, or Hoddle. Well, then that's game over. Eze, Gaines Madison is a good player, but Eze is another level. Eze, back to 80s movies. Yeah, let's go. I think Eze has won this one. Madders has too many injuries. Eze. Big Al Xavier, I hope you're good. Danny Rose is your favourite. Fair play, buddy. Fair play. I know his dad very, very well, Nigel. I know his dad I've sat in the box with him. Nigel was a top man. His dad got a lot of time for his dad. Peaky Blind. Do you know what? This is another one I haven't watched. I think Ilana and I watched episode 1.5 and then dropped it, but I do need to try it. There you go. Eze is much scarier. Yep. A nightmare. Well, not a nightmare. The funniest story. Well, no, I should go into these stories, should I? Let's just say I used to be very, very scared of talking to women unless I knew them when we went night clubbing. And on the first time I did try it, I then started talking to the hottest woman in the club, and everyone was like, "How are you doing this?" And then we were in the VIP area. My parents were on holiday. I thought it was all systems go. Then I sat there. She said she was going to the bathroom. Where I can't remember exactly. I stood there or sat in the VIP bar for like half hour, 40 minutes. They go, "What are you doing?" And I said, "I'm waiting for whatever." I can't remember what her name was now. She's down there dancing with another guy. I was like, "What are you talking about?" And then they said, "What was the last thing you remember speaking to her?" And the last thing I remember them saying, she asked me to tell me about yourself or tell me something. And I went back to telling her the earliest memory of my life and literally telling her play by play my life story, like literally from like 3 years old upwards. And I don't think that was the kind of chat that would entice someone. But yeah, it was, it became a necessity, but thankfully it's a thing and no more. But I was like, imagine people on 50 espressos. That would have been me. Peaky Blinders, Joe, I'm going to have to try it. My Cousin Vinny, hysterical. Moneyball, quality. Quality rooming, much love. Always, brother. Always. Where else are we? Oh, mate, that's a great one. I will say my favourite one is Rocky V with Ivan Drago. I love that. Thank you, Shazza. Thank you. Like I said, when people say that, I sometimes give the impression because I'm so hyper or whatever. But yeah, best decision I ever made, Shazza. Best decision I ever made was giving it up. Sorry, Rose and Walker. Yeah, they were superb together. Sorry, film is my passion. There you go. Films, I do enjoy watching movies. So, we got to Rocky. So, Rocky 3, okay. Rocky 4 then. Rocky 4. Rocky 4 then is my favourite. Definitely number 5. If I remember number 5, which one is number 5 then? If Drago is 4, I remember which one is Rocky 5. They're all good. Oh no, now you've got Rocky in my head. Do I want Rocky tonight? Malware, good night, brother. Good night. What a way to exit. What a way to exit for Drago. Do you know what as well, though? What I have loved. There you go. Thank you. Thank you. What I have loved, the people been watching the Creed ones. What have they thought of the Creed movies? I thought 1 and 2 was brilliant. Has there been 2? Has there been 3? There's been 3, hasn't there? I think the Creed movies have been done very, very well as well. But yeah, Rocky with Ivan. Do you know what? Rocky, we're talking about soundtracks as well. The soundtrack to Rocky with Ivan Drago with Coming to America, No Easy Way Out is one of my favourite songs of all time. East versus West, yeah, wicked soundtrack. Wicked soundtrack. Creed is, do you know what? I'm literally going to be like, what movie do I watch? No, I don't know what to watch. I don't know what movie to watch tonight. We'll soon find out. We'll soon find out when we get there. Billy, yeah. When he has to go back to On the Streets, that is a very, very good one. Brian watched Billy Crystal's tribute to Ali. I'll check it out. You're off to bed. Been up since 10 a.m. Roomy, and all night, Roomy, brother. We'll speak soon. I hope you and Kels are all good. Will I hit 4 hours? I don't know if I'll hit 4 hours. I don't know if I hit, because you got to remember, with my energy levels and everything, I go to bed, and let's just say I go to bed at 1 o'clock. I guarantee I'll be awake at 3:30. Then I stay awake and I can't get back to about 5:30, 6, and then I'll sleep from 6 to 8. Then I'll get up and then do the stream at 9 a.m. my time, which is 8 p.m. your time. We'll see. You'll see. Mate, do you know what? I probably will do. Do you know what? I said I don't think I hit 4. You never know. Maybe I do wrap it up at 4. If the chat dies down, then we'll end it. But it will be a 4-hour maximum. It will be a 4-hour. I'll tell you another movie that's just come to my head. Has anyone seen the very, very early Leonardo DiCaprio movie, The Basketball Diaries? Watched it, Medic. But has anyone seen The Basketball Diaries? Quality movie. I'll give that a go. Diogo Costa, Edison, or keep Vic Bick, or keep Vic, money no object. The chat died. Good night, Daniel. I've just seen, oh mate, AK Skeggs, Point Break with Patrick Swayze and Keanu Reeves. What a movie. Spurs Squad, Raging Bull. That's with the guy from Football Factory, isn't it? I've got it saved on my. I've actually got it saved to watch. Is that the one where the guy's a gangster and he died, or he's son-in-law? He beats his son. Yeah, you'll know what I'll be talking about if that's the one I'm thinking about. There is a movie there. Right, my words are getting slurry, mixed up because of tiredness, but we shall see. Diego Costa, Edison, or keep Vic. Oh, I am still on Rick Kane. I am. Oh, wait a minute. Who's White Men Can't Jump? Another classic. I watched that a while ago. Chris Banks, off you go to bed, buddy. Oh, no. Okay. De Niro. Okay, there's a different movie. There's another movie, Raging Bull. So, yeah, White Men Can't Jump. Do you know what? I don't know enough about Diogo Costa. Edison, obviously, I think it's off. I don't know. But you know what? I am going to end it there because I am dropping. I can feel myself dropping. It has been an almost 3.5 hour stream. I hope everyone has enjoyed the stream. It has been football to begin with, but then we've gone up and spoke about many other things. There is a comment I want to speak about before we go, and I really appreciate Gossip Horse. I appreciate it. Love your honesty about your previous troubles. As a person who personally does too much, yeah. So look, when I went through all my stuff, I looked at it, and the way I should have got a lot of help a long time before, but I refused to because I didn't believe in what was going on, and addictions came later. But one of the things I've always done is made sure that I keep open about this and talk about this, because there's a lot to inflate my ego. But I used to see people when they were like, right, you need to do this. I did this. You change your way of life and everything. And if you do that, the hard work starts now. But if you carry on, you can get to where you want to be. If someone had told me 17.5 years ago, obviously I gave up the drink, which was the main problem 17 years ago. If someone had said to me 17 years ago that all that had happened if you give up, I'd have been like, what the hell are you talking about? Not a chance. I've been in mental health units. I've had trouble with it. Never been arrested or in jail time, but been arrested. I've had lots of troubles in my life. And if it wasn't for people helping me along the way or seeing there is a way forward, I wouldn't be here. I wouldn't be here. I'd either be in a mental health unit, in prison, dead, or anything in between. And the only thing I will always do, always, Gossip Horse, and if you ever need to talk, I don't know what your real name is, or if you follow me on social media or whatever, I always say, if anyone ever needs to talk, if anyone ever needs to talk about anything like that, I am just a message away. Honestly, I will always be just a message away. It is so important to me to show people that mental health can be overcome. If you work hard, you can get to where you want to be. But I've been struggling to find work for about 4 years, in and out of jobs. Can't find work, can't stick to a job, either because of my mental health or because of my health issues that I'm going through now. And it's affected me that way. But you know what? I've had this to do. I've got a loving wife. I've got an incredible wife, a fantastic family, a circle of friends and family that without them, I'm nothing. So there is good that can come out of it. And I will spend my lifetime, Gossip Horse, never shying away from my bad side and my bad past and my issues, in the hope that someone can see and go, do you know what? I need to talk to Brian, or I need to, if he can do it, I can do it. So yeah, right, let's just do the quick wrap-ups. Good night all. Sherman has become a new channel member. Thank you very much, Sherman. Apologise, I've been in. Mate, listen, don't apologise. You were here. That's all that matters. Daigle gave Ali Gold go. Yeah, bloody hell, I did, yeah. Cheers, Eugene, brother. We are an eighth of the way. If only. Mate, that's what we're here for. That's what we're here for. Good morning, Ali. You've joined us. Mate, talking to you, Uno is the best card game of all time. Good morning, good evening. Yes. Night, Stuart, brother. Night, Daniel. I'm going to say goodbye to everyone, so don't keep saying good night. Go to bed. I'm on the way. Same as my... Yeah, listen, this is the thing. Me and my wife say exactly. And this is the thing. Look how many people have just come in the chat and just said there shouldn't be a shame to admit that you made wrong and that you turned your life around and got away from it. If more people were open about, you know what, I battled addiction. So many people back in the day would look at it as such a negative thing. But people that look at it as, oh my God, you were a junkie, you were this, you were that, or an alcoholic. Anyone that looks at you like that, you don't need them in your life. If they go, my God, amazing, well done, I'm so proud, then you're like, right, okay. Anyone that looks at you any different when you say these things, trust me, from personal experience, I look at it now and they go, oh my God, you used to be an alcoholic. I'm like, well, fuck off, you weren't meant to be in my life. When I say it to people, like here, like Shadow says, it's like, oh, congratulations, amazing, what? Then you know that's when you find people. Yeah, life is so much better. I am honestly the top. Yeah, this is what I want to do. My dream job is, but I need to go back to maybe we can speak, Greg, behind the scenes. Obviously, it may be different to America to Canada. I want to go to school. I want to get my whatever degree or is so I can become a counsellor or something in that sector to give back, because that would be a massive job satisfaction for me. The money may not be the super high money unless you start your own practice, but knowing that you change someone's life, well, you can impact it in a positive way, like someone did for me. Mate, Nick, congratulations, buddy. Like I said, when I gave up for 3 months, I was like, my life changed like that. And long may it continue. Love you too. Thank you very much. Yep, it is time to sleep. It is time for the Trossard. It is. Oh, mate, there is that one. Good morning from South Africa, buddy. You've joined just as we are wrapping up. Much love, Brian, from strength to strength. Amazing to see you showing up. This is what it's all about, buddy. I don't hide from my past. I embrace it. I own it. And if it can help people, fantastic. But on that note, at 3 hours, 32 minutes, I will be back with people at 2 p.m. UK time, 9 a.m. Toronto time. Let's hope some positive news with Ed. Jesus Christ. I will say, like, comment, share, subscribe. Thomas, Frank. Thomas, Frank. It has been closed. Dylan from Mississauga, get your ass to the Scotland Yard for a game. Let me know when you're coming. Good night, everyone. Therapy closed. Frank. Thomas, Frank. And as always, Levy out. Much love to you all. Bye. Tottenham